getting dicey.
Yeah,
I feel like I have to practice now just to make sure. Do some rehearsals before I start. Let's get some sound for those who have Sirenscape going. We're going to start this round. Oh, it's a bit creepy.
Well, I can hear. Oh,
it's a little creepy.
I totally remembered to open it.
Well, you're not gonna hear it now until you might. It might be out of sync. Who knows? We're gonna start this round with a roll of initiative from everyone.
Click your token. Don't bother about it. There's no need.
I mean, if you could click your tokens, that would be great.
I rolled 18 plus 3.
I rolled a 2 plus 3.
I rolled a 7. So what's that? I don't know. Something.
I rolled a 7.15.
6 plus 1. Yeah. 7.
Oh no, I got to do it on this. Otherwise, it doesn't show up.
You can't click your token and roll yet.
And feel free to select both Colin and Tracy and roll theirs, or you can just do their move when you have your turn. It's up to you.
I'll just do it. Yeah, at my turn. Be easier,
Okay.
right?
All right.
I got a 10.
All right. Before we fully start this combat, we're just going to rewind maybe a half hour or so, and we just see a shot of all of you on the carriage making your way towards the church. And there's just a silhouette of someone watching you all get off the carriage. And Morley heads into the church, and this character just waiting outside, sort of hiding in some of the shadows on a side road, just watching the events unfold at that church. He watches Bill and Loris head out with Lucian, and after a wee while, he watches you all leave with Milovich. Then we fast forward half an hour and we find the Baron in this in the attic of this coffin maker's shop. At the top of the turn order is American downstairs. Now, American, all you've really heard at this point is a thud, and the Baron called down, "Oh, there's a suspicious thud. Something suspicious up here." But that's all you've really heard. There was no real panic in his voice, just the thought of something suspicious happening upstairs. But you also know that he went up to find these bones.
Well, I definitely primed for action because it's suspicious circumstances. So I'm gonna head up the stairs.
Now, you had a spell prepared last week. It was to use Entangle, I think it was, a Thorn Whip or something. Oh, not Thorn Whip.
It was Entangle. I was going to use Entangle if the old man tried to run away.
Yeah, so
but that was a waste of a spell.
Yeah, the old man is still just sitting at the table.
Yeah, and I realised I should have prepared Thorn Whip instead of burning a spell slot. But it's okay. I'm going to head up the stairs, just walking.
Okay, so yeah, you get to the base, you push your way past everybody and get to the base of the stairs, and you can see at the top of the stairs a door off to the left and right, and both of them have been opened. But that's all you're really seeing from this point. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
If I put myself at the right spot, I'm lost.
Well, you'd be at the bottom of the stairs. Unless you were dashing, you'd be at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, okay, so I'll just be at the bottom of the stairs then.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. The next in the turn order are the vampires. And the one closest to you, Baron, sort of just like hisses out. I didn't get... I thought I got a face ready for this one, but I don't think I do. Hisses out, points to the door, and says, "Shut the door and let's kill him!" And these two that are right in front of you just dash to the door. And just straight past you to the door. They do open up opportunity attack from Colin, Tracy, and yourself.
Okay. It's never really come up, I think. For opportunity attack, I can't do a spell. It has to be like a
It has to be like a melee attack.
stab.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll do Colin and Tracy first then.
Cool.
These two. A 16 and a 12 plus 4, I think.
In that case, they're both hits.
All right. And then that's a D6 plus 5 each.
Yeah. So this will be for the first one that went running past.
Yeah. They both got 5s plus 5, so 10 damage each.
Okay, cool. And then can we get a second roll for the next one that went running past?
I think you can only get one opportunity attack each time because
it's a
uses your reaction.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah. So were those both attacked, both aimed at the same one, or did one
The
attack
first one that ran past them, they would have attacked.
Okay, perfect. And yourself, you'd get a opportunity of attack as well.
Yeah. I don't think this will do very well. I got a dagger
Oh yeah, cool.
that I've never used. A 20.
Give us
Natural 20.
Give us your damage plus the dice, an extra dice roll.
Yeah, how do I do that? I guess it's a D4.
So 2d4.
Oh, 2D4. So that's a
your
2 and a 4. So 6. It's
Plus-
strength, is it?
Yeah, that would be.
Your
might be
choice.
Or is it
Your
dex?
choice is
Take it
for
to
dex.
30?
It's strength or dex.
Oh, well, I'll go for Dex then, which is a plus 2.
Okay, so another 8 damage to the same one.
Yep.
All right, so you will strike out. And it doesn't stop them running to the door. And just, American, from your point of view, the door just slams. You've heard the hissing. And all of you downstairs have just heard this, like, running of multiple bodies across the ceiling above you. And they're now just slam the door shut, pressing against it. The other 4 just swarm the Baron,
Oh my god.
ignoring the skeletons completely.
Oh, rude.
No blood. I mean, can you blame them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go clockwise from left here.
How many are attacking me?
4 of them. So the first one, and unfortunately, because they are flanking you, they're all rolling with advantage.
Oh, Baron.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I'm
The
dead.
first one slashes out, rolling a total of 21,
That's a hit.
and does 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, the damage wasn't so high, but...
But
Well,
he
now I'm a vampire, though.
He slashes out yet again at you, rolling a total of 21, dealing 7 damage.
Jesus,
Well, how
another
much damage was
21.
that?
6 for the first one, 7 for the second one.
Oh.
The next one on your right also slashes out with its claws with advantage, rolling a crit success.
Uh-oh.
Thankfully, this one
That's a
doesn't do
miss.
damage because instead of slashing across you, it grapples you and pulls you close. And then
It sounds like it's going to bite you.
sort of leans its back head, bares its teeth, and rolls an 18.
Oh!
Oh, that would hit me, but I can hold up my glass staff and go shield.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And what does that
And a
bump it
little
up to?
shield goes over my neck.
Does that just block everything, does it? Or just up to a certain...
It blocks attacks, yeah.
Okay, cool. And yeah, it tries to bite down into you and just like met with that magical force, and it's like hissing and screaming as she's trying to
pop off.
bite through that magic barrier. The next one sees you grappled. We'll just let Adam in. Sees you grappled and slashes out with its claws as well, rolling a total of 22, doing 10 damage.
Oh!
That's a hit. I'm getting very close to dying.
She slashes out one more time, rolling a total of 20.
Oh my god, that's a hit as well.
doing 5 damage.
Ooh, I've got 1 hit point left.
The remaining vampire spawn that hasn't taken its move also slashes out with its claws. Rolling a 20.
Oh, come on!
That's the
Remember,
hit.
it's all with advantage because of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
flanking.
Wow.
And instead
Meets
of
beats, right? If he gets a 20 and my AC is 20,
It hurts.
meets beats.
yeah.
Mates.
Instead of damaging you, though, he pulls you out of the arms of the other vampire, raises his head back, bares his fangs, and tries to bite down into your neck, rolling a total of 24.
Oh, Jesus.
Doing 6 piercing damage and 10 necrotic damage.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay.
Your max
16?
HP as he drinks from your neck drops by 10 as well.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
jeepers.
So I'm on 0,
Oh, so
and my max has gone to 27.
you're in a
Right
dying.
then.
You're in a dying state. So you just go limp in this vampire's arms as it just continues drinking from your neck. Bill, you've heard one hell of a racket from upstairs, and in fact, I'm pretty certain there may have been some noises coming from the Baron during that attack.
Yeah, you can be pretty sure of that.
Yeah, you've heard the Baron screaming out in agony, as well as this absolute pandemonium happening from upstairs. It is your turn.
Okay, and the route is kind of like that. I clap my hand on Loris's shoulder and go, "Go, big boy, go!" Like kind of motioning upstairs, and I cast haste on him.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
love haste.
Just a reminder, haste does a bunch of stuff.
That's some cool stuff.
It doubles his movement speed, importantly. It gives him a +2 bonus to AC, and he has advantage on dex saving throws, and he gains an additional action on each of his turns.
Oh, damn.
That action can only be used to make one attack, a single weapon attack, or to dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So it's like a slightly less good action.
Okay, do you want to chuck that in the chat just so I can be aware of
Yep.
it when it goes on? Cool. Okay, great.
And then I'm going to move towards where American is, basically.
Yeah, perfect. So you two standing just at the doorway to the stairs, you can see that both doors at the top of this, the stairway has been closed. Baron, it is your turn. Can you give me a death saving throw, please?
Yes, here it comes.
Oh, God.
Oh, a 19.
That is
Yes.
a death save.
Yes, buddy. Hang in there, buddy. We're coming.
Oh, wait, actually, sorry. No. While we're up there, it is still Colin and Tracy's turn as well. Let's not forget them. So, Shannon, what are one of the
Oh, yeah.
going to get up to?
Come on, Colin. Come on, Tracy. Save your own.
I think they're going to. So which one got damaged? Is it the one right next to the door or the one
The
above
one
it?
right next to the door got damaged.
Okay, so I think Colin's above me. I think he's gonna disengage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and move down here.
Okay, cool.
So down towards the door. And then maybe Tracy will come over to where Colin was. Or maybe down the bottom here, under there, that could go that far. And can they do like the help action or something like that?
To do what?
I guess help me roll for. Maybe they can start doing CPR or something for my my saves.
What is
don't
a death save is really just your chances of
Yeah.
surviving, right? It's not really an action
Yes.
you're taking.
It's a D20, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe
Well, let's not rule it out. What does it
Maybe
say for the
could,
help action?
pick me up. I
Well,
think
you
it
were
just
you were
gives
currently
you
grappled.
advantage.
Like you were currently
Oh,
grappled.
I'm grappled.
Yeah.
Can Tracy try and grapple me out?
When someone takes the help action, the creature you aid gains advantage. Yeah. So we can do a strength check against the one that has grappled you.
Okay. What are their strengths? Okay. They have a strength of no, wait. That can't be right.
What is it?
No, it's all jumbled up.
Oh.
I
It's all
think it's
jum-
10. Yeah, because otherwise their charisma would be 10. So, whereas their charisma is actually 5. So yeah, strength of 10.
Oh yeah. So +0. Cool.
Alright. 11.
Was this Colin or Tracy? Just want to make sure.
Tracy.
Tracy tries and struggles and manages to lose grip of you and not loosen you from the arms of this one that is holding on to you and drinking from you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's their turns. So we're back with the Captain Morley downstairs.
I dropped out there. Did we establish when I dropped out whether it's like back up and like bust my way?
So from your point of view, Adam, you heard screaming and a hell of a commotion from upstairs. Lots of feet on ground, lots of yelling. It looks and sounds very urgent upstairs right now.
Yep, but can I get can I get up there?
Your internet is dropping in and out. Is it the same for everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, dropping in and out. So I can't fully hear you. Sorry, Adam. Do you want to try that one more time?
In one turn, can I get up and bust through the door?
You can get to the door. 30 feet gets you to the door. If you wanted to move, so you could do that and like kick the door in, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just run past Bill, run past American, and sprint up the stairs to 2 doors that are shut. The one on your left, you can hear sounds and scuffling happening from behind those doors, the left-hand door. Give me a strength check, and it will be going against the strength of the one that's holding it closed.
I'm not a strong man, unfortunately. In so many ways. Oh, sorry, I accidentally rolled with advantage. But yeah, I don't think what one.
What did you roll?
No.
Take the first one.
10.
A 10. +0. You just lay your boot into the door, slamming it open and pushing the vampire that was holding it closed 5 foot back as the door slams into the wall. And you're just face to face with one 5 foot away and another one snarling at you from around the corner. Loris, we're over to you.
Okay, so with Bill giving me the kind of go get him, big boy call, it's like literally like Loris was already planning on charging up there, and fortunately Morley has done the hard work of opening the door for me. So with my haste, I'm going to run up the stairs, and as I'm doing so, like just a go get him, big boy has fired up the rage thing. So I'm like, woo, howling up the stairs. Where's my gun? There it is. Sorry. Oh my god, I've frozen. There I am. And so I'm going to charge up the stairs. Hopefully I can get past Morley. We'll probably just try to push past Morley anyway. Mm-hmm. And I've got more Lightbringer in my hand. So it's kind of going to be a matter of howling up the stairs, Lightbringer on, and the first thing I see is obviously that this vampire here in front of Morley. Mm-hmm. Just going to smash the living crap out of it.
So we'd have to sort of move you just past Morley into the sort of spot between the two. If you wanted to.
That's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just come bursting in. You shout out for Lightbringer that bursts. Bursts with is it radiant light? Is it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just bursts with light. And so give us a roll to hit, please.
Cool. So I'll do the 2 attacks and then I'll decide what the extra attack or extra turn thing is afterwards. So I get my normal 2.
Sure.
So I'll do 1 and 2. First attack is a 16, doing 13 damage, and the second one is an 11.
The first one is a hit. Doing, 13 damage. Okay,
13.
Cool.
And the second one was an 11, which I'm assuming is a miss.
It is, yes.
Okay, cool. So I get with this haste, I get an extra
You get an extra action, which you
action, which I can use as a 1-weapon attack. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to attack
you can
again.
make a single weapon attack if you want.
Yeah. So I'm just going to attack again on this vampire in front of me. Roll a 12. Damn it.
That is a miss. Just with all of that rage and fury building up, and obviously with Morley announcing the entrance, this thing is a little bit more on its toes, and while it takes 1 hit from you, it manages to quickly dodge the next 2 that have come its way.
Is there something with Lightbringer where undead take extra damage? I can't remember.
I don't know if
Was it like an extra D6 or something like
Does
that? I haven't
radiant damage to undead or something, I think.
take a look at your.
Another D8, I think.
Have you got your information there?
I don't think I've got the information specifically about Lightbringer properly loaded into it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I can't just give you freebies if you don't know about your own weapons.
Hang on. All right, hang on. Let me Google it.
Well, I think we got handouts as well, don't we? Oh,
I don't know if Lightbringer.
Lightbringer was
in my
from Lost Mine of Vandelver. So I don't think we've got it on this
So
one.
Hollow Mace goes with Great Radiance is made. Oh, that's right. And powers Lightbringer shine like torch of command. +1 enhancement allows the wielder to cause extra damage to undead beings. Okay, that doesn't help me much. Where are the stats? It's like extra damage. Fantastic. Thank you. Why don't you tell me what it does?
Definitely get to know your weapons if you're going to be using your
Yeah.
weapons, I think. Because I'm not going to just hand
Sorry.
you-
extra
I'm
D8
gonna
radiant
be-
damage against undead creatures.
Is that what?
Sorry. Was
Well,
it the
I'm-
extra D8, was it?
Extra D8. Well, I don't know. You're the one looking at
Pretty
it,
sure.
Dave.
No, I'm just going with what.
No, I'm okay.
Darren
I'm literally just gonna move on to the next person if you don't know your weapon. So no, that's
Fine.
we're moving on to Murican. Murican, over to you.
Okay, I've heard the commotion. I've seen heroically Morley just running in and really showing that door who's boss. I'm going to run up after and I'm going to run into the room. Now, how do I fit into the room is actually a good question. Can I?
Well, you can run 15 feet up to the top of the stairs, and you take a look in and see how crowded this part of the room is. You could make your way. You could probably spend the rest of your 15, rest of your movement. I guess it's 15 feet you've got left. So making your way over past Morley and Loris and onto the sort of wood pressed up against the eastern wall.
Yeah, I'm going to stand on the wood.
Okay.
And I'm desperately concerned for my friend Brian, and I see him swarmed by these undead monsters. He's lying lifeless. His life was draining from him. Brian! And she starts yelling in Elvish, "You have to get up, Brian! This is not your time to go!" And I use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on dear Brian.
Shit.
I love that it's a bonus action. Let's see. Oh, how much does it do?
That is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really good.
Healing Word. Okay, so I'll cast it at level 1. Loris just rolled.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Sorry.
I rolled
sorry.
a 1 + 3 for 4
Sorry.
healing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's my bonus action, and for my action, I'm gonna raise my staff in the air and be like, "This time for real!" I'm going to use my entangle spell. So it's gonna have a bit of a spring flavor. So I'm gonna mutter to myself and like start conjuring my vines up, and I'm just gonna be like, "Wild spirits of spring, hear my words!" And a bunch of grasping weeds and vines spring up around the zombies that are trying to attack Brian.
They're vampires.
zombies. They're both undead. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's a skeleton, but yeah.
And I want to say that the weeds and vines are blooming beautifully with masses of pink and white flowers, as
So,
befits spring.
so whereabouts are you placing this?
I am going to put it centered. Well, I'm just going to center it on Brian.
So it's going.
I'm gonna put it so it comes close to our group. So basically, it makes it hard terrain for them to get to us.
And for you to get to them.
Yes.
Okay. So let's take a quick look on the map here then. So it does like a 20-foot square. This is where I'm sure everyone remembers this fun time of the game where we decide where it's going to grow. So is this kind of what you're thinking? I've just drawn a square. So
no, I want it to be over all of them. So put it 2 further up. So it's
like
I want it
that?
to entangle all of them.
Or one more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we need to get, what is it, a strength check from everybody. So I'll roll going the same order that I attacked. So clockwise from left to right for these guys. What do we have to roll?
They have to beat 14.
All right. The first one rolled a 20. The second one rolled a 12. The third one rolled a 20. And the fourth one rolled a 6. So 2 of them saved, 2 of them didn't. Thankfully, the one holding onto the Baron failed and is caught by the vines.
Oh, not a weed.
I'm going to need to get one from both Shannon and Tracy as well.
You saying something, Joe? You say but.
Oh, no, nothing important. I just wanted to specify they weren't vines. They're beautiful floral spring blooms.
Oh, nice. All right, so these floral spring blooms have wrapped around 2 of these vampires, and the others have managed to just sort of dodge the sprouts as they came up.
Ooh. It really brightens up the place.
Can we get a
I rolled a 9 minus 1, and
right.
Tracy rolled a 2.
So both Tracy and the Baron are also entangled at this point. I'm just going to put a little marker on the ones that failed, just so we can see. And the same for Tracy.
Thank you, America.
Yeah, you wake up, Baron, just like still with the mouth of this vampire placed around your neck as you just see these blooms wrap around both you and him. Anything else from American?
Ooh, I should get Runs in on this. I want Runs in to try and run in and help save the Baron. He's going to pop out of the ether. Don't worry, you're fine. Brian, you're not fine, Brian.
Look, save yourself.
No, I'm going to get Runs in. He's going to crawl along the wall and he's going to target one of the zombies that's...
They are vampires?
Zombie. I thought this was a zombie campaign. What?
They are vampires.
Don't attack my skeleton.
Is this some kind of theme? Yeah, I'm going to start calling Strahd a zombie just to get his goat. What is this kind of zombie, Strahd? Get out of here!
So I've given you access to Ranzan, which is in front of you at this point.
Okay, he's going to run up on the wall and he's going to use his web on one of the vampires.
So the one that's entangled
that is still moving.
Right, so the one at the back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you've put a little symbol to show they're entangled. That's very good.
I have.
Very helpful.
Thank you. I like
so
when
he's just
people appreciate the small things I do. So does he have to? Is it is it an attack of any sort? What is?
It's just automatically restrained, and it has to make a strength check on its turn.
I thought it was a ranged attack, wasn't it? Like he shoots. That's why the 2 rolls are there.
Yeah.
13.
So I wouldn't put him right up next to the zombie.
Okay.
He's going to do it from further away, and he's going to be on the wall, high up on the wall.
Yeah, totally. With a roll of 13, it misses and just covers the crate behind the zombie, the vampire, with the web. So you've missed.
Can he get advantage because he's on the high. He's got the high ground.
It's not exactly. It's not like you're in a tree towering above him. You're just on the wall.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as they don't have a rolled up newspaper.
Look, I'd rather Runzine die than you, Brian.
Thank you. Well, I'd feel fucking bad if Runzine died.
Oh my god,
can't
no.
imagine.
We can't have our pal. We can't have Byram die.
Anything else from American?
No.
It is the vampire spawn's turn. The one that is still grappling Baron.
I thought he lost his grip
No,
when he
no.
entangled.
No, because he's been held onto this whole time.
Oh,
So
okay.
these things are just wrapping around both of you at the same time.
All right.
It's an extra strong embrace.
And he doesn't try and fight back against these this bloom, and instead tries to sink his teeth further into the Baron's neck. Rolling a 19.
Oh,
Oh,
shield.
yeah, yeah.
I'm all gripped in these vines and everything, and gripped by a vampire, but I can still hold my staff. Get shield, and a little shield covers me.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And that puts you up to like a AC 20, is it? Nice. Yeah, and again, just like one previously, goes to bite down into you, and it just catches a magical barrier that he can't push through. We'll zoom over to these two next to Loris, and the one to your left, Loris, just starts scratching out with its claws. And that too has rolled a 20.
Fuck! Come on, what is with these rolls?
And instead of doing damage, just leaps up onto your shoulders, and puts you into and sort of wraps its legs around your arms and holds your sort of arms to your sides, and then lifts its head up and tries to sink its teeth down into you as well. Rolling a crit.
Oh, for God's
Nat
sake.
Whoa.
20.
You got leapt on.
Damn.
This has done 13 piercing damage.
Piercing damage. So I'm resistant to piercing damage because I'm in rage at the moment.
Alright, so
hang on.
6.
I
6
think.
piercing
Hold
damage
on. Yeah, piercing damage. So that's all cool. So that's 6. So that's,
then. And
well,
10
not cool.
and 10 necrotic damage.
I'm not sure I'm resistant to
As
necrotic.
Yeah,
it
not
starts, and as this one starts feeding from you, your max HP drains along with it, dropping your max HP down 10 points. The one thing that does happen is that this light that is beaming off Lightbringer, what is that? That doesn't do anything good to it. You see as it's biting down, you can hear it. You can hear it. Just this sizzling that's happening near your ear, and you kind of catch a glance. American, you see it. It's just the skin on its face is slowly starting to peel away and burn.
Grilled.
And it like massive chunks of its skin start just like peeling and falling to the ground. And American, you look over at the one next to Morley, and Morley, you see this as well. But that one is starting to scream as the burning sensation of Lightbringer basically burns into the faces of these creatures. The one next to you, Morley, is now fully concentrating on Lightbringer, and she just reaches out to try and grab it out of Loris's hands. So you can do either a strength save or a dex save on this one, Dave, but it will be at disadvantage since you are grappled.
Okay. It was what haste gave me plus something on. Sorry, really reading the haste thing because I'm sure there was something there to do with dex.
You get
Plus
advantage on dex saving throws.
So
that would make it a normal
that'll
dex
just
throw,
make it
right?
a normal one.
That's
Yeah.
good.
All right, that's better than doing it as a strength. I think maybe, yeah, probably. All right, so I'll do it on a dex. So it's just a dex roll or a dex save.
A save.
Okay, cool. So it's just a normal roll against you and against me. Okay, cool. So I rolled a Yeah, okay, net 20. That'll do.
Yeah, that's perfect.
boy.
This thing just tries to
Mine, you're
grab
not
onto
having it.
Lightbringer, and you just like whip your hand away and just clock it with the end of Lightbringer. Thanks to that crit, you just like smash Lightbringer into its face, and a lot of its skin and flesh is just burnt from that clubbing. And it tries one more time, feverishly, to try and get that from your hands. One more save, please, Dave.
Sure. Wants to have another go. Come on, have another go. Oh god, it's a 6. Dear, dear.
It manages to like pull Lightbringer out of your grip, and it goes to throw it over or past Morley and into the other room, but that brightness from Lightbringer just burns it, and it just drops to the ground with Lightbringer falling down onto it, and it just sizzles as the light from Lightbringer goes out, since you're no longer holding it. But that has completely burnt this vampire spawn as it lays in a burnt, blistered mess at Morley's feet.
Nice.
We have a couple of these other vampires here. We've still got 3 more to go. What have we got there? 5, 10, 15. Yep. All right. So the one behind the one that's grappled, the one that runs in, tried to web, just runs in up the walls, straight past runs in as he's just clambering hand over feet on the side of these walls, and just comes face to face with Mirakin. I can get a opportunity attack from Ranzin, please.
Okay, he's going to try and bite. He rolled. Oh, a 16 plus 4.
That is a hit.
It says it rolled 1 damage. What? And 1 poison damage. Yeah, get him, Ranzin.
2 damage.
1d2 plus 1. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I have to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's have a look here. It's rolled a 15.
So that means it succeeded. So it only takes 1 damage because it takes half as much damage.
Okay.
How is that so crap? Okay.
This thing is just coming straight for you, Mirakin. And
Uh-oh.
as it gets closer, it just brings its hands up, and you just see these massive claws growing from its hands, and it just slashes out, missing you, just sort of like hitting some of the wood that you're on. And it lands on the wood in front of you, looks up and snarls, and just brings one more slash out up and towards you, rolling 25, total 25. Dealing a total of 9 slashing damage.
Okay, and then I also have to make some kind of... I don't have to do this often, but don't I have to make a Constitution saving throw or something? Because I'm doing a concentration spell.
You've got to roll a con roll. And it's
so saving roll?
The DC is either 10 or half the damage, is it? Whichever's the highest. So... I think that's how we do it.
So is it a Constitution saving throw?
Let's have just a quick look. I'm pretty certain it is, yeah.
Guys, should I use my inspiration? I think it would be quite bad to let them out of the entanglement.
Yeah, although that one just walked right out of it.
Oh, that one wasn't entangled.
Oh, not entangled. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, you've currently got
Do
Well,
it.
you got 2 tangled at the moment, right? So it's at least keeping them out of our way for now.
Until they break the thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to use my inspiration because I don't want to fail. So I'm going to roll my con save with advantage. You rolled a 17 plus 2.
Nice.
Perfect. Yep. So you managed to, despite the pain of that slash across you managed to keep concentration on your entangle.
Like this. Maybe not.
The other one, what are we doing here? The other one sort of leaps behind the Baron and swipes out one more time with its claws.
Fuck off.
Rolling a 10, missing.
Who said that?
Yeah, who did that?
I'm just I'm going to assume it was the Baron that was doing that, goading him to attack one more
So
time.
lame. Yeah, so lame.
No.
Both attacks from this vampire managed to miss you somehow. I don't know how, to be honest.
My wriggling.
That should have been very easy to do, but it has missed. The last one tries to break free from thing, which is a roll of 8 plus its modifier, which is a fail. So you end the vampire's turns with 2 still entangled and 1 dead on the floor with Lightbringer in a dull state above her or on her. Bill, it is your turn at the bottom of the stairs.
I have a question about the spear. Am I attuned to that already? Or no?
No.
Er-
Oh, I don't even know if that one needs attunement.
It says requires attunement.
Okay, no, you do need to spend either a short or long break rest with it.
Okay, so the travel from... I guess we're kind of hurrying. We weren't really resting.
Well, okay,
Right.
actually, to be honest, you were just riding inside the cart. There were no events on the way from the winery to here, so I will.
It's pretty stinky in there.
It was pretty stinky, but you're right. You would have had 3.5 hours. It's not beyond believable that you would have spent that time getting to know that spear.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to run to the top of these stairs. And I'm just going to go, oh, excuse me, Morley. Just jab around the corner at this one.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. So that will be classified as half cover, but that's just a +2 to its AC.
Okay. I rolled a 14 total.
14 total. That is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, don't mind me. Just pull it back.
Anything else from our bard?
I just hope that nobody saw that.
Okay.
All we saw was a spear coming through the door over Morley's shoulder, and we were all too distracted to notice. So.
Yeah. All right, Baron, over to you.
Come on, Baron, do something big.
Fucking.
It's time.
Okay.
Blow them all up.
All right. I'm going to reach out my hand to Tracy. Tracy, take my hand. And I'm going to cast a magic spell called, where is it? Thunderstep.
Ooh.
So, yep. So they have to make a Constitution saving throw or take 21 damage.
Oh,
Everyone within 10 feet of me.
Well, that's just Tracy and the 3.
No, not Tracy, because I'm holding Tracy's hand and we teleport over. I go onto this box down the bottom right, and Tracy comes down onto the dead body of this.
Nice. Move.
Damn, that's great. So a Constitution saving
Nice
throw
move.
from these 3, yeah?
Yeah, so we just go bam.
So we've rolled a 14, a 12, and a 19. And that's again left to right.
Okay, they need to make a 15. So,
So only one of them.
One saved.
Okay, yeah, only one saved. So how much do they take? 21.
21
Nice.
thunder damage,
Nice. That's huge.
which is different from lightning damage.
Oh,
Of course
right.
it is.
That's important.
Yeah, you just reach
It's
out.
sound damage.
You reach out for Tracy's hand, and you just disappear, and just a massive crack of thunder just emanates from your spot, and the bloom sort of like gets pushed with the sonic boom of you leaving, and the massive amount of damage gets attacked both of the 2 vampires spawn behind you.
It can be heard up to 300 feet away.
Wow. Everybody knows.
Yeah, that is one hell of a thunderclap.
When I reappear, I'm just going to say to American, get runs in out of there. I think if we just stay down here, I'm going to cast a spell over there, and we don't want to walk into it. And
Yeah.
runs in will get
Good.
blasted. If he's there.
And he almost got blasted now.
Yeah. And
Actually,
I guess
that's a really good point. He is 10 feet. Runs
is he
in
within
is-
10 feet?
I'm using the measurements that we go
Yeah,
by.
yeah.
But he is on the wall, so he's not in the middle of that.
It doesn't
he's up
just
against
scoot across
wall.
the floor.
Because last time we did
out.
this, that wasn't 10 feet. Like the side ones were 10 feet. I remember us going on about Fire Emblem. But, yeah,
Okay.
up to you. Because that would
So-
be 7.5 feet.
Do I have to
You-
roll a Constitution? Was it Constitution?
I'm trying to think
or
of
not?
if you were moving 10 feet, would I let you move to that point?
Yeah, yeah.
And I-
You make the call.
And I think in the past I would have allowed the diagonal movement. So I need to get a Constitution saving throw from Ranzan.
Because I was under the assumption when I did it, he was out of range. Because I wasn't going to do it when he was next to us.
He's rolled 3 plus 0.
So how much? That's 21.
Don't
How
say
many
that.
points does Ranzan have?
Just a few more than 21, luckily.
Goodness.
Yeah, Ranzan
Oh,
takes...
really?
Ranzan takes 21 points of thunder damage as well.
Bringing him to within an inch of his spidery life.
God.
Anything else from the Baron?
Yeah, I guess Colin and Tracy can attack.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Tracy can do a 14 plus 5. 4.
14 plus 4.
18.
That would be with advantage if you're melee attacking because I'm raging.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
true.
American. I thought it was out of range. Okay, so that'd be an 18 plus 4.
Yeah,
damage
that is a hit. Which one
A
are you?
5. A 4 plus 5.
4 plus 5. What is that for the damage, is it?
Yeah.
Which one are we attacking? The one next to Morley?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. 9 damage. Okay.
And and then Colin can attack. Same one. And, so 13 plus 4
Is a hit.
and a 2 plus 5, so 6 damage.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, both of them slash out at this one that's up against the wall. This one is feeling rather pinned up against the wall and it's got a wild look in its eyes. Captain Morley, over to you. You've just got like one sort of burnt to death one in front of you on the ground with Lightbringer on top, and right next to you, both Colin and Tracy have been slashing out at this one, which is actually, by the way, which I forgot, is on top of Loris at the moment, grappling Loris's arms.
Would its grapple have been lost with those attacks, or is it still
No,
holding on?
it is still holding on.
Okay.
Okay. Having seen the effects, the devastating effects of Lightbringer, I know you all love it when I do this. I'm reaching for my hilt.
Oh, nice.
I'm reaching for my
He's
hilt.
reaching his arm into his jacket. Look
Yeah,
out.
and I'm pulling my hilt out, and with my I think I couldn't find this on any of my handouts or anything, but I think my bonus action basically causes it to lightsaber out.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly does.
So it's like a big glowing shaft of light.
Yeah.
Schwartz be with you. And I ram it in to the vampire spawn in front of me, and looking it directly in the eyes, I kind of run the blade up, going ah!
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
So-
the moment your hand hits the hilt and you pull it from your jacket, there's just absolute fury coming off this blade.
Wow. How furious is it? Because
So furious.
it's 13. What a furious roll, would you say?
I mean, it's a furious one. It is a furious one, but it is a miss.
Ow!
It's definitely a miss.
It was maybe a little too excited.
You maybe were just a little excited for that one.
The damage roll was pretty impressive, though. Like that.
I might be the shittest fighter that Barovi's ever seen.
Do you have advantage?
Oh, you
Like,
do have
You
advantage.
do.
I mean, sorry, do you have inspiration? Oh, yeah,
He has
you
advantage.
Actually, you
because
would,
it's
yeah,
a
it is
melee
flanked. So
attack.
give us another roll.
Your advantage.
Thank
is so
Christ.
Oh, this
See, I
time, though.
don't do
This
that
time,
yet.
though.
I'm always going to
How much
remember
fury, though?
flanking for me, so you guys can please make sure you remember your own flanking.
Yes!
Yeah, there we go.
20 this time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. So yeah, you pull that out and it lights up the room as well. You just got this fury coming, and that slash just goes up its back doing 9 damage to this creature on Loris's back.
I think you'll find it also does 13 extra.
Nice.
Why did it color it red? Oh, because you got one. Okay.
One of them would have been a 1.
One in there.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, okay, so doing a total of 22 damage, which is fantastic. But it is still just holding on to Loris with all of its might.
Something's going down.
Hey, Loris. Morley, is any of that radiant damage?
Yeah, 9 of it is radiant damage.
Yeah. I took that into consideration.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Loris.
So furious that this thing's on my back, still raging. I'm literally like, I'm thinking old wrestling move when someone's sitting in your back, you literally just fall backwards. So where the token is now, I'm literally just gonna let my feet go out from beneath me and just fall backwards, landing with my full weight, my full shoulders onto it.
Yeah, that's cool. What we'll do, we're going to treat this like like you're trying to break grapple. So it's basically strength.
Oh, I'm trying to hurt it. I want to
land.
I wanted to drop it from.
You still got to roll. You can't just do it and just go, "Yay, I'm just going to do that to every enemy forever." And just
it's sitting on my shoulders.
It
It literally can't stop what my feet do.
And so it might dex itself away from you. So we need to have basically strength versus dex.
One of those wrestling moves where its legs grab your head and flip you around.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Hurricane Runner.
Runner. Yeah.
So I'll let you choose whether you are you going to go dex to go as fast as you can onto the ground, or just like were you going to just jump and try and get as much strength into that land as possible.
So is it with advantage? Or, sorry, is there any disadvantage going on in this thing?
It's just a skill.
How well I fall?
Again, I guess if you do dex, you get advantage on it, right? Thanks to haste.
True. That's true. Is that haste? How long does that haste last for, John?
A minute.
Okay, that's
You
cool.
got-
That's dex saves though, not dex checks.
Oh, that's only true. That's dex saves. So yeah, anyway, you can
You're
either go
doing an
fast.
Azuna trop.
You can either go fast or hard. So dex versus
Okay,
strength.
I'm going to use strength.
Fast or hard?
I'll go
You can't
strength.
ever do both. Strength?
Yeah, I'll go strength. And I rolled a 10 plus 4, which is a 14.
They rolled a total of 12. So yeah, you just like slam this thing down onto the ground. Give me a d6 for damage.
Sure.
And we'll also say that you can stand up completely ungrappled.
Cool. D6 rolled is a 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
This creature is now prone on the ground.
Cool. So that's action and movement. As a bonus action, can I grab Lightbringer off the ground?
Well, haste also gives you an extra action.
Oh, it does too.
But yes, I'll let you do a free action of picking up Lightbringer.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to pick Lightbringer up. Lightbringer! And I'm just going to bring it down into this thing's skull.
Yeah, give me a roll with advantage, please.
Oh, awesome. Advantage, raging. Oh my god, everything's going good. Here we go. Come on. I rolled a 25.
Great. Yeah, that is a
10.
hit.
10 damage plus 5 to undead. So it's 15 total.
Yeah, cool. So you just crush that down into this this creature's sternum, and it just loses all of its air, just as you wind this thing. Its eyes kind of close, but it's not quite dead yet.
Okay. Tough little fucker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
American, we're back with you. You've just been attacked by the vampire spawn crouched at your feet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't figure out what I should do. I've been trying to figure out what I should do, but I think my priority is trying to get out of the action so I can't get hit, because I feel like the entangle is really helping us right now. And my other concern is getting runs in out.
Can he phase out?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask exactly. Oh, actually, he can. As a bonus action, he can phase out to the to the ethereal plane. So I think he'll use his action to try and bite the vampire that's just attacked me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to phase out.
Yeah, great. Give us a roll.
It hurt bad.
Give us a roll to hit.
Okay. Okay, do better this time. Oh, wait, he's flanked, so he gets advantage. The
Yeah,
vampire's flanked.
We'll definitely give him
But he's
advantage
still
there.
only rolled a 13.
And a 13 is a miss. The vampire hears it coming and just moves its arm at the last moment to get out of Ranzen's way.
Okay, and then he just goes and deletes himself.
Starts kissing the
He goes-
vampire's
He goes- he tries to make friends with it, basically.
Oh, he
can't-
misses the bite and then pretends it was just a kiss.
It's just trying
He goes,
And then embarrassed, it phases out of existence. So your cheeks go red.
Whatever, we've all been there.
I'm just relieved that he could do that. He got fried by Baron. That's okay though. It was worth it.
Not on purpose, I'm sorry.
Of course you wouldn't do it on purpose. Imagine if you fried my spider on purpose. I would kill you for that.
Well, I did it.
Did not do that.
Okay, but now I have to figure out my damn turn, and I'm wondering, it's a really bad situation here. And the vampire in front of
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a bad situation.
that's my analysis if you wanted to know.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's very accurate.
The
It's a good
guy,
analysis.
the vampire in front of me is looking hale and hearty, isn't it? He
Oh,
or
yeah.
she.
Yeah.
So I'm not feeling too good about that. So I might use my action to actually disengage, and I'm just gonna get out of there. I'm gonna go onto the stairs.
All right, yeah. So American just like pushes past everybody and makes her way to the stairs.
Yeah, I'm focusing on my spell and keeping those spring blooms
Oh, yeah,
alive
Cool.
because I just want those zombies. I want those zombies to get me.
That's fucking zombie.
Cool. It is the vampire's turn. Loris, the one at your back gets to its feet, and the one that was in front of Mirakin is now right in front of you. And they both attack with advantage on you. The one
Advantage?
because they're flanking you.
Oh, fuckers.
The one at your front, again slashes out, but instead of scratching you, just holds onto you, like sinks its claws into your shoulders and just pulls you forward, putting you into a grappled state. But the same thing that happens last time with Lightbringer up, the light, and not only that, but with the Sunblade at full power in Morley's hands, both take just immense damage. The one that has now got his face up to yours, Loris, its skin starts blistering and boiling. By the way, when this happens, that's 20 damage right there. That's 20 damage that it takes from that. And the one on the ground, as it was standing up, just crumbles to ash behind you, Loris.
You prone
And
bitch.
is now dead. The one that has climbed up on top of you, Loris, raises its head to try and sink its teeth in, and rolls a total of 12, now that it's no longer flanking you.
Definitely a miss.
What sort of distance now? Morley, that Sunblade of yours, I know the Lightbringer is 20 feet, but I think yours is 15 feet plus another 15 feet of dim light. Is that right?
Well, I was trying to find like your stats that you sent me, but I can't find it anywhere. So
right, okay.
I've got like a lovely picture, but no stats.
Oh, doesn't it give you all the details as well?
Well, not unless I'm doing something horrifically wrong.
Oh no, that might just be in the
Let's-
GM's notes. So effectively, okay, we can talk about that. Maybe in our break we can go over that.
Take it
But-
offline.
Yeah. But the light from it basically lasts 15 feet of bright light, and then 15 feet of dim light. But it is classified as sunlight. So this one that's been entangled, you look over to the room, and it just sort of like starts smoking a little bit. And it starts like struggling against. Let's just kick it back. Let's just kick it back.
No,
Have some
he's
smoke.
such a cool guy.
Fucking sort of Marlboro Light. What a legend.
But he does try to fight back against the entangled spell, failing. The other one that is caught up manages to snap some of these blooms away from its arms and legs, and is no longer is no longer restrained. And it just takes off, just heads towards the window, smashes out of the window.
Hasn't it got bars on it?
No, it's just like it's not barred. It's just a window frame that's been sort of locked from the inside. But it just has run for that window, smashed it, and has dived out and out of sight.
That's not good.
This other one standing there sort of looks at the one that has just dived out the window, looks back at all of you, and takes a big breath and just like crawls up the walls and heads over to take its spot next to Loris, and just jumps down to try and sink its teeth into him. So the first one is a roll of 12, which is a miss. So it falls to the ground behind you, Loris, instead of catching on. Gets to its feet and just strikes out once more with its claws. And you can see smoke coming up off it as it's sort of like attacking you. It's rolled a 19.
That's a hit.
Doing 8 slashing damage.
So it's 4. Cool. Okay.
Bill, over to you.
Seeing that we have them on the back foot, Bill's just going to enter the room here and again twirling his wee spear, just try to jab it up into this creature.
Mm-hmm. All right, give us a roll to hit.
It's not flanked, is it?
It's with advantage. It's with advantage anyway, because I'm
yeah,
raging.
It's with advantage. Thanks to.
Okay. In that case, it didn't matter, but I rolled a 12.
Okay, with a roll of 12, that's unfortunately a miss again.
It wasn't a crit.
With the smoke lifting up off it, you go to jab where you think its flesh is and just miss as it punches through some of its clothing. Any bonus actions?
Not this time.
Okay. Baron, back to you.
Cool. Do you mind if I start with the skeletons?
Go right ahead. In front of you, Loris is being currently grappled by a smoking vampire.
Smoking hot. Is it the one on the right that's grappling?
Yeah,
or the...
yeah, the one on the right. One right in front of you.
Okay, well, both the skeletons will do that. I think they get advantage because they're
There's lots
surrounded.
of
Because
advantage.
within 5 feet of me.
here's Collins.
And they're also flanking.
19 plus something, 4.
Yep, that is
And
a
then
hit.
here's Tracy's. A 9 plus 4. So
Okay, so
is that the miss?
Collins hits. Your dice roller cam isn't working.
Oh, is it? Oh,
But yeah, so the first attack is a hit. Which one are you attacking? The one that is currently grappling Loris.
the one that's grappling. Yeah.
Cool. Roll damage for that first attack.
Okay. Put my thing back.
There we go.
I just put that in. It wasn't a 20. Okay. 6 plus 5.
11 damage.
Nice.
Okay, nice. What are they attacking with? Short swords or what's the deal?
Short swords, yeah.
Yeah. They managed to catch a bit of the vampire, and just a little flap of skin falls off and sort of like turns to ash as it burns in midair as they sort of cut it off them.
Oh, flap
and-
of skin.
Yeah. And for you, Baron?
Oh, it's getting tricky. I want... Fucking hell. Does it look like they're going to get killed?
I mean,
Killed. I'm going to get Colin out of there. He's going to run down and
Okay.
through the door.
okay.
And does he get attacked?
Yeah, you get a couple of opportunity attacks from some of these vampire spawn. So they both slash out at Colin with their claws. The first, and it is with advantage thanks to them being on either side of him.
I even... okay.
Could you just engage instead?
He's already attacked.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Damn it, that was stupid.
Rolling a 20 and a 23.
Yeah, those are hits.
Dealing 13 damage to Colin.
Oh,
Total.
Colin died.
Colin died.
Oh no!
Colin died.
Colin,
Oh no!
Colin doesn't make it to the
died.
stairs
No.
Oh no!
Should have just left him there.
as his bones fall apart onto the ground
Colin.
at Loris's feet.
I will bring you back, Colin. Okay, well, that's annoyed me now. I'm going to cast my big magic spell.
Oh,
My first 4th level spell that I've tried. It's called Sickening Radiance.
oh,
What is this? What's happening?
Why did the description not come up?
I don't
I'm
know.
just going to...
it did like 30.
You have to tick that in the settings of each individual spell and roll
okay.
20.
Well, let's
right.
Okay. Here we go. We'll keep the first roll.
Okay,
I
yeah,
guess.
we'll keep the first roll.
And here's the...
Even if the
I've read
second
the
one's better.
description.
It's not. It's basically the same.
30 and a 29. Okay, so a dim greenish light spreads within a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The light spreads around corners and it lasts until the spell ends. It lasts for 10 minutes. So I'm going to... It's a giant sphere of 60 foot across, and I'm going to cast it so it just stops in front of us. So it should get this zombie in front of Bill.
Yeah, get the zombie.
Get the zombie.
And will it get the one outside? It might.
Potentially. I don't know. That's up to you. And then they have to make a save. So when a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn there. So I guess when their turn starts, they have to do a save. And con save or take 4d10 radiant damage. They also suffer 1 level of exhaustion, which they might not do because they're undead, and emit a dim greenish light, which means that it's like fairy fire. I guess they can't be invisible. They're glowing.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't think
Nice.
they were about to be invisible, but that's okay. So
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. So that doesn't kick in until their turn. Is that correct?
Yeah, if they move into the area or they start their turn there, each turn they get hit.
Okay. I need to keep that front of mind as we go to Morley.
Oh, it's sunblade time, baby. I'm gonna take off my hat,
Oh, he's taking his hat off.
throw it to the side, and I'm gonna try and do that thing where you like twirl the blade. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Cut yourself.
famous.
This must happen all the time in
that,
anime.
mate.
It was in
You know,
Mad
they-
Men, I think I saw that.
You know, they twirl the
A little bit of flourish. A little bit of flourish.
yeah, a little bit of flourish as I kind of very gently push Bill to the side and try and jab the sunblade into this one in front of Bill.
You guys will probably have to swap places for you to be close enough to jab, but you can totally do that. I'm sure Bill won't mind trading places for a moment.
Bill, do you mind if I just get in here for a moment?
Yeah, you just throw your head off to the side and put one hand on Bill's shoulder as you move forward and just slash out with the sunblade. A 17 is a hit.
That's
a hit.
You can roll it again because it's with advantage. So just in case.
Just in case. You might get a crit if you roll again, so
Yeah.
you do have advantage.
Okay. Sorry, I'd already gotten excited and scrolled down to my sneak attacks.
We can do the sneak attack too. So it's better damage.
That's what I'm saying!
Oh,
What is the crit?
Yeah,
Crit master,
is
as I
the-
call myself now.
So that's like 15 damage. What's the extra little damage on the right there? You got a 7 plus. What's that? Is that meant to be something else?
That's your 1d. Is that like your normal damage? Because the other one's radiant damage, and then that must be
Oh,
the
that-
normal blade damage. Is that right?
I think that's my
It rolled the
extra,
crit.
my double damage.
Oh no, so your double damage is on the left hand side, but then you've got you've got radiant damage on the left and something else on the right. I'm not just trying to.
It must be normal slashing damage plus
That'll
something
be it.
radiant.
That'll be it.
Right.
It doesn't do any normal slashing damage to undead though. I did find the description, and it does an extra 1d8 of damage. Plus, I'm going to use my sneak attack.
Yeah, so it must do normal damage, which
So
is
yes,
you've got on the
and
right
then
hand
your
side, and
1d8,
then your
yeah.
radiant damage is on the left hand side.
So you've actually done heaps of damage here. You've done.
So much.
Wait,
So my 8's an 8 as well.
Oh god.
And then I'm going to sneak that on.
oh, it already rolled you a radiant 1d8. I
Yeah, it
think.
rolls your radiant damage
So
already.
you rolled a
does it?
7. Yeah. So that one's already been done.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
number on the left that says
So
radiant.
you got 15 plus 8, which is 3.
Look. To be fair,
Oh,
it wasn't
God.
much of a sneak attack anyway, right? I knew it was coming, so we'll get that 5 in there. So 15.
If it's a crit, you
20.
also get to double all dice, which
get to
includes
double-
sneak attack dice.
That's a good point.
Do it.
So you
So
get
you
to
get
roll-
to roll your.
Can we
sneak
just?
attack
Did no
dice.
one mention you just rolled 3 1s?
Didn't happen.
and a 2. All right. Okay. So we've got 20, 35, 43 damage
That's awesome.
with that sunblade. So yeah, you do that little flourish and you just stab it square into the stomach of this creature, and it snarls as its chest cavity just fills with light and starts smoking and burning, and its eyes and its face just kind of deforms into this fury as you pull the blade back out, and it's still standing, albeit just. And you look back over your shoulder, and Tracy's got your cat on her head. She's just kind of like aligning it on her head after you threw it towards her.
Nice.
But that was a
Looking
huge amount of damage.
That was brilliant.
Loris, over to you.
Cool. Can I just say I really like how Roll20 goes red when you roll a crit fail and a blue when it does one of both. I think it's really
I
cool.
didn't notice that.
Sorry, I got distracted by seeing numbers. Pretty colors on numbers. Anyway, so the one in front of me is like it's on my shoulders again, right? Like
That you
grappling
are
me.
grappled by that one that's basically pinning your arms to your side in front of you. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Lightbringer in my hand,
Yes.
down by my sides.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I think I'll use my first action to try and break the grapple.
Yeah, sure. Give us a strength.
And I roll. Oh, sorry, I rolled it with advantage, but
We'll take that first one.
15.
You try to like open your arms and you just can't. They're being held down by the strength of this burning, blistering. I just fucking called it a zombie vampire.
Vampire. Okay. So frustrated that I can't break it, I'm just gonna headbutt it.
Yeah. Give me an unarmed attack.
I don't have that with rage, so just add a +1, add a 1 to whatever this is.
So 13. You miss. You just bring your head forward and it just like dodges its head out of the way. Anything else from
One
Loris?
action, 2 action. I get 1 and 1 further action, right?
Do you normally get 2 actions or do you get 2 attacks on
Oh
one
no, I
action?
get 2 attacks. Sorry, so that's so it's my
Yeah.
spear action. So there's not much I can do. Thank you. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. American, back to you on the stairs.
I'm still in the situation where I just like not really sure what to do. My first question is, so I was reading the description of the cool wizard spell. And it sounds like it's not a cylinder, right? So that wouldn't be going into the stairs. It would just be like a flat thing on the plane that we're in, or what?
If he
sphere.
wanted to take the majority of that width, then the sphere would have to be like at its widest on the ground level, basically. So it would be going up into the ceiling. It'd be going down into the lower floor.
So it basically, I would see this light coming onto the stairs
Yeah.
at some point.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that downstairs is blocked off.
For now, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I will not be running downstairs. I'm gonna pop my head back into the room, and I'm gonna thorn whip this zombie. I'm gonna stop saying. I'm making it worse.
Please no.
Okay, actually, if thorn whip is a spell melee attack, right?
Yeah, it's a
I'll put it in
range-
the chat. It's a melee spell attack.
Well, it's a ranged melee, I guess. Oh, melee spell attack.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so if I get within 5 feet of Loris by stepping back into the room, I'll get advantage on it.
Correct.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do that.
And which one are you
And
attacking?
I'm gonna attack the one that attacked me. And I'm going to... I rolled a 24, so I'm assuming that hits. And it pulls him 10 feet closer to me.
So this is the one that's
Which-
grappling Loris at the moment. The one that
Guess
attacked.
I'm
Oh,
coming
right.
for the ride.
I've got
Is
the
it?
right.
Coming
Okay.
for the ride.
All right, so you go to you lift your staff to use Thorn Whip, and just suddenly everything stops. Everything, the dust stops midair. Everything is frozen in space, and you just see a
Oh,
twinkling, and
no.
out from the twinkling steps a familiar face. Oh,
Oh,
hello, friends. Oh, this one looks. This is probably the worst situation I've seen you in yet. Let's see.
Let's fucking go.
And he, oh my god, that one's on fire! This is crazy. Anyway, let's see what the wheel has in store for you this time.
Oh,
And it's the wheel of combat, so it could be good. It could be very, very good. It could be either way. Let's have a look. And out of the
very,
ether,
very good.
he pulls this wheel and he spins the wheel.
Nickel, please don't be an ass.
And it lands on something that has come up before, and it just says on it, "Violent shake." He says, "I need to get out of here before that thing hits. Good, bye." And he just disappears into the ether. Can I get a dex saving throw from everybody?
Oh, cool. I get to roll this with advantage.
Found the purple one. 17.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 23.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, God.
It's
Here
a
we go.
rogue.
I got a 19 and a
Yeah, that's a dexterous one, right?
Sure-footed as a mountain goat.
Okay, so Bill, there's like a massive tremor that just hits the house. Just a huge shake hits the house. Bill, you manage to catch your footing. American, you fall prone to the ground as this shakes your footing, but you don't take damage. You're just now in a prone state. Loris, you stay solid on the ground, and because of the vampire attached to you, it is still solid on you. Morley and the other vampire, the one that is not looking good, both fall to their feet as well. So
Fall to
Morley,
their feet?
How do you fall to your feet?
fall to your knees. So Morley and the vampire in front of you are both prone.
So does that mean my attack misses instead of hitting?
That is a
Fucking needle.
good point. You are now prone. It is a melee spell attack. It would be.
But it was cast before a needle arrived.
I'll allow that. I'll allow that it was cast before a needle arrived. The dice had been rolled. The fate had been made beforehand.
So the whip comes back to me and I'm just on the floor.
Yeah. So you shoot that out. It hits, and then time has stopped and everything. So that was a roll of 24.
Yes,
With
with
six,
6
Doing
piercing.
6.
And it's supposed to pull the creature 10 feet closer to me. And I'm not sure what with the tremor happening. I assume that cancels out any opportunity attacks it would have.
It wouldn't have taken
Being able
any anyway because you're just dragging it through where people already are.
But I thought we'd done it before where if you drag it past people, then it gets opportunity attacks.
If it moves away, like more than 5 foot away from someone, but you'll just be pulling it into the middle of everyone. So it never goes past that
okay.
5 foot mark.
Oh,
but-
shoot. Do I... Sorry.
What are you going to say?
If I've fallen prone, do I have to save on my concentration spell?
No, because you didn't take damage.
Okay.
But there's no real room to pull the vampire towards you because of just how full the room is. But you do manage to stop the grapple on Loris.
Okay.
It is the vampire spawn's turn, and the one that fell prone. What?
So they'll have to make their saves.
Oh well.
Remember the
For the
spell?
greenish.
I've got a
but
few. I got a few things I got to
think I
get
read
to.
it wrong.
Oh really?
I think they should have taken damage when it started because they start in that. It's like appearing in it for the first time. But it's up to you. I didn't say
It
it
says
at the
when it
time. I read it
moves
wrong.
into the spells area for the first.
Yeah, but that's
time.
what I thought. But they'll be like getting pushed into it or whatever. It's not just exactly on their turn. It's for the first time that it's there.
It specifically says when the creature moves into it, though, not when it appears. So it has to either be dragged or walk into it for it to move into it.
Or if it starts,
I think that's just to stop it getting pulled and pushed in constantly. But I think
right. I think it still needs to move into it for the first time, or start its turn there. So
sure, okay,
yeah.
All right.
So there's a couple of things. The one that is on the floor next to Morley, thanks to the Sunblade and thanks to Lightbringer, it just goes up in smoke. Just it screams as it does so. The one that's clinging, that was clinging to Loris, more of its skin starts bubbling and flaking off as it starts screaming. And the one in the that is currently being entangled needs to do a Constitution saving throw, which it fails miserably. So can you give me 4d10, please?
Oh, you don't want the same roll?
Oh, you rolled it before, didn't you? 30.
Yeah, it was 30.
29. Oh, 30.
30 was the first
30.
one.
30 radiant damage.
And that one as well, just because of the radiant damage, just starts smoking more than it already was, and from its feet up, just lights on fire and burns a hole into this the blooming flowers, I guess, that were at its feet. Now, this one down here wasn't in that sickening ray, is that correct? It's just on the outskirts of it at this point. And looks over to you, Baron, and just basically lunges towards you.
No lunging.
Rolling an 11, which will be a miss. And attacking one more time with its claws, it rolls 18.
I'm going to use my my glass staff.
Right, and so again, just... and its claws slam down into this magical sort of barrier that's emanating from glass staff. And there's just that frustration on its face as it looks towards all of you and then just runs. And Loris, can I get an opportunity
That'll
attack
be
from you?
entering...
I know. I know. I know.
All right.
What a way to
just
go.
an opportunity attack with my Macy.
Yeah.
It's 24 doing 10 damage and 2 for undead.
Cool. Can Tracy give us an opportunity attack as well, please?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's a miss.
Not worth mentioning. It's too black.
Any attack from the Baron as... because you
Oh, yeah, I may as well. I'll
well.
stab it. An 8 plus 2.
Okay, no, it's just Loris that manages to connect, and it just runs into that ray of sickness that you've got there, the sphere of death, and it fails its Constitution saving throw. And as it just, almost the moment that it starts running into that sphere of green, it's like it just walks into a wall of flame, and nothing enters that sphere from the outside. It just catches on fire and disappears into flame and ash.
Holy cow.
Sickening ash.
And that's them. That's them all dead. And that's where we'll take a break. That's where it's a good time just to take a quick break.
Woo. Wow. Man. So one of those vampires got away, right?
One of them got away.
Or that we know of, they didn't get hit with that sickening thing.
Well, it jumped out the window. As far as you are aware, it got away.
Yeah, we saw it jump out the window.
Yeah.
That's concerning that one got away. It's also concerning that this house is potentially full of these things.
That was full on.
Fucking hell.
And Colin died.
Man. And Rinzin almost died.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was scary.
Yes. That was incredible.
I don't know how I would have coped with Rinzin dying and American going all, I imagine, quite dark.
Yeah, we've got some thanks to dish out because we've had like a bit of a
serious
bidding war to try and get Needle out tonight.
Needle, you bastard!
Between Random Origins and Kalan Darklaw, of course. So both of them have just thrown out huge amounts of bits to try and get that out. Random Origins also gave out 5 tier 1 subs as well to some people. So welcome to being subscribed to Getting Dicey. Please do come and join us on the Discord where now that you've seen Needle's Wheel and now that you've got a subscription to us, you can go into our Discord and leave some thoughts about what you want to see on Needle's Wheel. Only the subscribed have access. So it's a little special for you guys. Come and give me your thoughts and I'll probably add them onto the wheel. But I was just going
Hasn't Needle hit the same thing on his wheel twice now?
A couple of times.
That's the first time he's hit the same thing twice.
You sure?
I think so. It was two. There was this shake at the windmill.
I feel he's hit the same thing twice. Someone fact check me. But what were you about to say?
That was one he's hit twice. I was just going to thank a few of these people for giving us a follow. So thanks to Mad Gilder, Elias Vox, Phoenix Ash, Holdfast, Nizzy Yao, Jim Holden, Gigantor NZ, and Two Guns Painting. Thank you so much for the follow. And obviously for giving out 5 subs random, even though there's only 3 of us here right now. You do get the sub. Well, you might only get me doing it. Huh? We got it.
Oh.
We'll turn into anime people.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the constant support. You guys are fantastic. Hopefully Needle's appearance was what you guys were hoping for. But I do want some more suggestions for the wheel as well, because the last thing I want is for double ups to keep occurring. They're quite hard to come up with, to be honest, because I don't want to break the game completely. I don't want to be just like, oh, someone drops to a dying state, because that could mean everyone dies. And it can't be like you all earn mega powers for the rest of the campaign. So, yeah, come through some... I suppose I could do that one. Yeah. But thank you. Thank you so much. What did you guys think? That was a bit full on for the poor Baron at the start there.
Don't worry. I had an ace in the hole to save the Baron.
Oh, did you?
See, he didn't even need to use his Thunder Step. I was going to, go into hero mode. He's an anime ghost now.
Yeah, it makes you kind of green.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Go into hero mode?
Yeah. What should I say? I was going to run in because I can get through Entangle without any penalties anyway, so it wouldn't impede my movement. I was going to reach out and touch you and use Misty Step because I'm in spring mode. It helps you instead of me, and I was going to teleport you out of danger.
Oh.
That would have been cool.
But what about Colin and Tracy?
Well, Colin died anyway. So.
I feel bad about it. That was my fault.
Joe,
it does feel bad when it's your fault. Yeah.
You're getting requests to chuck your anime filter on as well, by the way.
Yay!
Yeah.
We were just saying it's so sad when you go back to being a normal person. You're like, oh, this is my life now. I'm an anime person now.
There's plenty more Collins in the sea, Shannon.
Oh, your face is going so freaky. No.
Well, is there a lot of... I can't think of them like, just disposable.
That's true.
That's not how I think of them.
That is true.
You can bring Colin back though, can't you? Like you just reassemble the bones?
His bones are there.
Yeah.
It would be wrong for like your whole character to be about respecting dead people and then be all blasé when like your allies get killed. It would just be wrong.
In the sea. That would be so mean.
Oh dear.
Dave, have you got a question? Should we wait for John to get back before we jump into the question of the week?
Sure.
Okay, we can do that. Cool. How's Mad Men these days, Adam?
Off the air for...
Oh.
Mad Men's just for nerds anyway.
Yeah. You expect us to know what Mad Men is? Adam was roasting us for being nerds for knowing about the seminal classic Akira.
No.
Not knowing about Mad Men.
I wasn't roasting anyone for being a nerd. Like,
I reckon he's going to bring it into his next
100%
set.
picked up on the subtext. But what I more meant was, I can't believe you've heard of this and not this other thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard of Mad Men.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Just like I've heard of
It's a
anime.
personal affront.
That's like you saying, but we're not saying... We're talking about a specific show we know about. You're just saying like, well, I've heard of animation.
But I've heard.
Well, I have.
He's specifically heard about when the Japanese do it. I think.
Yeah, I've heard about television.
I've heard of computer-generated graphics.
We're gonna have to make you watch it, Kira, 10 times.
Oh, I wonder if
That's the worst introduction for somebody.
Is it Akira?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
If you just watch the movie, it's like super confusing.
What else is there? You mean read the entire manga?
No, I mean like just do something where the whole story is contained inside of the movie.
It is.
that is.
No, it's not.
It is. It's a
Akira?
bit of a
It's really
confusing
not.
ending. It gets a bit conceptual, but it's a whole movie.
You're
can
thinking of
watch-
Akira, right? Not something else.
I am thinking of Akira, yeah.
Oh,
You
'cause
can
that's
totally
a
watch Akira.
self-contained movie.
Yeah.
I've got some
Okay.
good news. I'm not interested.
Maybe it's
in any of
beyond me.
it, so not an issue.
He's not
All
interested.
right, that's
Dave,
it. Me and Adam are on the same team now.
Dave, you got a question of the week for us?
Oh, I'm stuck. So, given you guys have already heard the question, do you want me to ask my first question or my second question?
Let's do both. Let's see how fast we can
Okay.
do them. Let's start with your one that you think is controversial. I don't think it's that controversial.
Well, maybe not controversial now that we've talked about it earlier, but basically the first question that I thought of is what would make your character, not you, but your character leave the party? And it could be for a good reason or a bad reason. So it doesn't have to necessarily be
And-
you guys all fucked up.
As a follow-up, how can I use that against you?
Yeah, I will be noting this down. So yeah.
Trust me, I'll be noting these down.
Oh, awesome.
Let's start with Bill. You're at the top right of the screen here.
This is a really tough one. What would make Bill leave the party? I don't think Bill would leave the party lightly. Although he would really enjoy the fame of being like a famous singer on tour or whatever. I don't think he would do it for such a frivolous thing. I think he would still rather be with his friends. I think it would have to be something to do with his family, like some major reveal of like your like part of your family still exists or whatever.
Mm.
And they've been found and you have to go and like help them or something like that. It would have to be something
Okay.
something related to his family that he didn't know, basically.
Okay. Cool.
And I would choose Anime Baron.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe everyone says that they don't like poetry and romantics. They all hate the Smiths or something. Well, or maybe like the whole all of society is now accepted that the post living as equals, and maybe then I could retire.
Ah, right. It's like job well done. Everyone loves the dead now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's no reason to have a big crusade. I wouldn't like stop in the middle of something happening, but like I wouldn't stop in the middle of taking down Strahd. But
Even if there's
afterward.
nothing that could stop the Baron from taking on Strahd, basically.
Well, no, he's a like a kleptocratic oligarch. That's a totalitarian society. I mean, that has to be stopped.
If
Obviously.
anyone stands for the dead, like ruling and being seen as equal, I'd say it's Strahd.
No, he doesn't have an equal. There's no equal thing in it. Everyone's been oppressed.
That's okay. It's just the living that's the problem here. The living are being
Well-
oppressed.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
I don't want to replace one for the other.
Yeah, that's fair. Who's next? No, okay. Adam, we'll go with Morley. I thought we were doing a thing where you answer and then pick someone, but John, you set me on the wrong foot.
Yeah, sorry. That's the way that I understood it too.
Yeah.
I was unsure who you were addressing that to.
So Morley.
Okay. So it's interesting hearing how the first two people have answered this question. 'Cause I've taken it to mean something quite different, and I think if more than one person betrayed the other members of the party, so if there was a serious betrayal with more than one person, I think I would be that's it. I'm out of here.
Mm. Okay.
So if someone cut a deal with Strahd or something like that, that would
Yeah.
I'd be Gonski.
Dave laughs nervously.
Well, give it.
American, how about yourself?
I think it would probably be if there was an irreconcilable difference, like someone in the party was like, I don't know, doing something that was just like totally wrong in her eyes, like killing an innocent. Oh God, John, your face. Oh God, John, your face. Oh Lord, no. See, like I would leave the party if Bill started looking like that.
That's exactly what Bill looks like. That's the thing.
Oh no, it's getting worse. Make it stop.
No, make that stop.
Yeah, it would just be if like someone was like just started being evil, and that it seemed like other people were going to back them up or tolerate it.
Mm.
That would just be like, oh well, bye.
Yeah, that's fair. How about Loris?
I think now Loris would probably be take a fairly big event for Loris to leave, because he kind of feels quite protective of the group. Like when he joined the group as a protection for Bill or Gil, sorry, way back when. So that was kind of the whole protect Gil, and he kind of didn't really get to know a lot of the group. But now, obviously, after 3 or 4 years, it's been quite a while, so he kind of knows everyone. They've kind of become that wider protect. So I think Loris is dead set hanging around. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason as to why he'd leave at this point. Like, there's nothing that I could think of that would cause him to leave right now.
These anime faces, though.
But the anime faces are really quite disturbing me.
Can you please turn them off? They're very distracting.
See, that was a non-answer though, Dave. You're saying you just would never leave.
I know it was a non-answer, which is kind of why I asked the question, because I don't think there was any reason that would actually cause Loris to leave.
Like nothing. So if all the
You have
team
to
started trying to
answer it.
stab you,
Yeah, you have to have something.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is,
like,
if you were trying to
no.
attack me, it would just be a challenge of like, okay, fine, you're gonna, so it's just like, okay, you want to play
Well,
the
think
game.
of some sort of reason that
there's going to be
he would
something.
I don't think there's
right?
I don't think there's anything you could portray. Like maybe.
What if Bill, the Baron, and Morley all started hitting on Loris?
If that's the way they want to play the field, then I'm fine. No, I think that probably like initially I thought maybe like if that character, if someone from my past appeared, and Reagan, you know who I'm referring to, but then obviously, given the recent message, and I can't remember I think you guys have told me that I don't have to run anymore, so I'd be like, okay, the Lord don't appear, but if that person appeared, maybe I'd be a bit, there could be a reason if that was what they wanted, but that would be about it.
What if Baron turned you into like a 2-foot gnome?
Oh, that would be if I had. I think when he changed me back, I'd have to squash him, but I probably wouldn't make him leave him. Wouldn't leave the party, but Baron wouldn't be around for much longer.
Okay, cool. Let's get back into it. Let's get the sound of the shot back on.
Good question.
That was a great question. And nothing could make Ismark leave the party unless he ate
Unless there were
something
no
a
more
bit
toilets
dodgy.
there
Ran
were
out
no
of toilet
bathrooms on the
paper
way
or
or something.
Yeah. Definitely, it would have to be some sort of dodgy food.
We went to a plane without toilets. That would make him leave the party.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm staying here.
All right, we're at the Coffin Maker's shop in the top story, and there's just piles of ash and stuff, still smoking, so all around you at this point. But we're in free movement. Baron, you've still got the sack of bones with you as well.
I'm turning off the spell.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Just the sphere just disappears.
So Loris just wants to take a moment to grab a handful of ash and sort of smear it down the side of his face. It's like, yeah, quite happy with that.
Can I
And
run
then,
downstairs?
Yeah, I want to head downstairs to find out what the old fella and Milosevic or whatever his face is up to.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Slobodan Milosevic. Milovic. Sorry.
The former president of Yugoslavia is downstairs.
Plot twist.
American,
Crossover.
you run downstairs, American, and you just see Milovic sort of standing over Hendrik. Just it looks like he's kind of put his hand on his shoulder, like he's trying to keep him seated through this whole thing. And there's just a look of sort of terror and shock on Henrik's face.
Oh, now he wants to help. Okay.
Oh, he didn't say he wanted to help though.
Who's helping?
Well,
Oh wait, Milovic is kind of helping us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Milovic,
okay, I get what
yeah,
you're going for there. I thought you meant the old man was.
no.
Okay, well that's a relief to see that they haven't fled. I'm just going to approach them. And I'm going to tell them the danger has passed, I think.
Yeah, Milovic looks to you, American, and says, what was up there?
Zombies.
Anime filters.
How long does that zone of truth last? Is that still going, or is that a concentration spell? What was the deal
It's
with
concentration.
that? All right, so you've held
So
that?
I dropped it when I did
Okay.
haste.
Okay. So you're telling Milovic zombies. Okay.
I was joking. In character, I would say it was some kind of undead vampire spawn.
Oh, sorry, it's not concentration.
Ooh.
And it lasts 10 minutes.
So that'll still be going.
Awesome.
That would
Weird that it's not concentration. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, so Milovic looks absolutely horrified and looks down at Henrik and says, "Did you know about this, Henrik?" To which Henrik bites down, like trying to not say anything, and he just like sort of starts nodding in front of both you, American, and Milovic.
Scoundrel!
Is that you just leave it
Scoundrel! Like that.
there? Okay. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to start yelling at it?
Well, I want to give everyone else a chance to say what they're doing.
Okay, let's cut away from American, and we're upstairs.
And Loris is here too, right? Loris is
I've
with
just come
me.
down to and stopped in the room full of caskets.
Okay, all right. You're sort of taking in,
Just taking
that
in
sort of
all this
workshop at
casket.
this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't open any fucking caskets.
Thought did not even it had crossed my mind, but
First thing he thought of, I'll just peek in this one. Oh,
Well,
12 more vampires.
it was more about smashing a few of them. But then I thought, wait a minute, if there's something in there, I'm just going to surround it. So that would be stupid.
He is a coffin maker, by the way, so it's not abnormal to see a number of coffins lying around.
Does he make crates as well?
He makes Sorry, I was more expecting to see vampires coming out of caskets, but crates, okay.
That's how they trick you. That's how they
Yeah,
you think,
that's how they
you
get
think
you.
coffins. Bill, you've sort of come down the stairs and entered into this room as well.
Bill storms down the stairs.
Oof.
I don't know if anybody's interacting with it, but he's just gonna like stomp right up to the coffin maker, just grab him by the scruff and go, "Tell us what the fuck that was about," and like throws him back.
Yeah, he gets thrown. His frail body gets sort of thrown back into this chair, and he says, "The man who promised me the business, he said I just needed to store some crates for him."
I was holding it for a friend.
Wasn't me, someone else. Yeah.
You knew what was in those crates?
And again, he tries to bite down and not say anything, And he just returns like a series of quick nods.
Then why did you not tell us?
I
You
thought
knew we
were,
were going up there.
I didn't think you were going to go into there. The bones were in my bedroom.
As he says, like, I didn't think you were gonna go in there. I just sock him right in the face.
No.
Give me. It's not even going to get rolled hit. Just roll for damage for an unarmed strike, please.
I'm going to gasp dramatically.
Oh my god, owned.
Owned.
I do.
Just
I think
an
I do.
8-year-old. Owned. You done it. Oh, yeah, sweet. Just one. Cool.
Bill breaks his wrist.
For the best.
That crying you can hear, that's the old man. That's Henrik.
Perfect.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's totally fine. It's good. It fits. It's perfect. Then just blood starts trickling down from the corner of his mouth. Like, and you've sort of torn a bit of his skin as well. That his old frail skin. Well, let's while John has
back to
to
Lip
be
Ripper.
muted. Let's go upstairs to Morley and the Baron. What are you guys up to, having seen them all disappear down the stairs? Baron, you've got like a nice bag of bones there.
Thank you.
It's very good.
I want to check on you, Baron. I want to.
Are you all right? Are you all right, Baron? You took a real beat in there, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm barely hanging on there. Thanks to American brought me back. I really got sucked off. I'm just holding my neck. Does it leave a mark?
You can barely see.
Molly tries to kind of.
There's like these two brutal holes. They're sealed up a little bit, but they're still sort of red and fresh, where the two fangs have sunk into the Baron's neck.
I think maybe I'm going to have to use my invention of a big collar.
Yeah. Who's mocking who for not having a big collar now, Baron?
I should have followed my own advice.
Don't let Irina see.
You can compare.
How are you, Morley?
I didn't like it, Brian. I won't lie to you, but we did okay up there, man. We did okay.
And then Morley's going to wander over to this window that this other one jumped out of at the back, and look down to see if he can either see a corpse on the ground or some ash or any signs of that one
Give
escape.
me an investigation roll.
You're the boss. Is that it? An 8.
Total of
wow.
8. Yeah, you look out through the broken window and you see the glass on the ground, and it seems to be scattered, but there's no sign of a body or any sort of tracks from this distance.
I don't know what happened to that one, Baron, but I'm slightly worried about it.
Yeah. I thought that they would maybe be damaged by even the dim light here, but maybe it's scurried across in the shadows or something. Or maybe it's just not even affected.
I guess we'll find out in due course. But I'm not going looking for it.
I think it's probably gone back to tell someone telling on us.
Fucking narc.
Yeah, we're going to be in trouble.
It's let's get you and those bones downstairs, Baron.
And I'm going to
Okay.
do that thing where you help an injured player off the field.
What? Can you help me pick up the bones of Colin? Because I'm trying to get Tracy to hold them.
Yep. No problem. Absolutely. Get to.
Jeez.
Give me a Constitution saving throw there, Morley.
He's so reluctant to help a friend. Come on.
He's clearly not wanting to pick up like dead bones.
Yeah.
Or with a roll of a 6 total there.
Oh, no.
Morley, you're not feeling. You can handle it. You're not throwing up or anything like that. But you're quite repulsed by these dead bones that you're slowly picking up and piling into place in your arms.
You okay then, Morley?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's get you downstairs.
All right.
Okay,
Don't know what the
great.
problem is. Here, can you hold this bag? I'll give you the bag of Andrew,
Yep.
Saint Andrew's bones.
I'll take the bag. You
You
take the fresh
those,
bones.
and I'll. Yeah, thank you.
Take the fresh bones.
Let's head down.
Okay, cool. Let's
I'm
get
just
back.
hoping that Tracy's feelings aren't hurt after that exchange.
Tracy's still wearing like Morley's cap as well, and she just
Oh, really?
well, it was put on her earlier while during the fight, so Morley's welcome to take it back at some point. But
Looking good.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, and you all head downstairs, and you get to the bottom of the stairs where you just hear like that crack of a punch. After hearing Bill loudly ask this question to Henrik. John, how are you looking? Do you want someone else to do Are you good? Okay, cool.
I'll see how we go. I'm using a smaller microphone to not pick up as much ambient.
Okay.
What's going on? Tell us about this employer of yours.
I've told you so much. Look, it was just to try and make some money. He told me the business would pick up. He told me if I could just hold on to these for him and acquire these bones, then he would be back tomorrow to help me out.
Wait,
Tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Guys, and American. Why don't we put together a devious ruse and try and trap this employer when he comes back to collect the bones? We'll spring him in a trap.
We'll hide in the crates. Is that what you're saying?
or somewhere. But yeah, we could hide and we could take this guy. We could find out everything we need to.
Yeah,
We gotta
'cause
get
he
to the
didn't
top
say
of these things.
he didn't say it was tomorrow last time. He just said he didn't know. I'm just going to dump this bag of coins on the table next to the old man. Go, you getting paid money, eh? Well, explain this. And they got pictures of Strahd on them, the coins, don't they?
Yeah. He's he sort of drops his head down and says, I honestly hadn't looked in there. He said it was a down payment. I believed him, and
So it could have been rocks as far as you're concerned.
no, it was clearly some coins, but I don't know what to tell you.
Well, the truth would help. Well,
So what
load
do
of
you-
shit.
So what are you wanting to know?
He must have known these are Strahd coins and they're connected to some devious character, not just any old noble.
I hadn't opened the bag. I knew it was coins. I hadn't opened the bag. I had no reason to.
Oh, apart from checking what you got paid?
And
He
he looks
doesn't
at
know, so he can't
he looks
lie.
at the sack, and like you've felt the weight of it as well. You felt the weight of his sack, and you know, it's
He's
full.
got a massive load. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean,
In case
all
it's
over the
relevant, he cannot tell a lie.
Oh,
As
so
a
he's still
liberal.
inside the zone of
inside the
truth.
truth.
yeah, he hasn't.
sorry.
He has not told a lie.
Baron, he literally cannot tell a deliberate lie right now.
So he's just an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to scoop up the money again. Fuck are you? And I'm going to go sit over by Tracy.
And he watches you sort of move the money away, and he says, "Yeah, I'll be ruined without some cash. That's all I've got."
I feel so sad. Poor guy.
How much is in there? You've got. It's realistically, it's made up of. You open it up and you take a look, and it's just silver and electrum. It only probably totals maybe 5 gold pieces worth of coins in there. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I was
so-
imagining a big Santa sack of money.
No, it's a smaller sack made up of
Okay.
silver and electrum.
So the man, the nobleman was called Vasily, but you don't know anything more than that.
No, I don't recall having seen him, but he must be from Vallaki. There's nowhere else a noble would live.
And he didn't mention anything to you about his intent.
No. It was a simple business opportunity for me to make some cash. Hold on to some of his stock. And retrieve those bones for him. And he would make me wealthy.
Damn. We don't have any more leads. Or do we? Do we have any more leads?
Well, he's coming
Guys.
back tomorrow.
He's going back tomorrow. We'll surprise him. We'll spring the old ambush on him.
Do we think this guy knows, this Vasily will know about Irina?
No, I don't necessarily know about Irina, but I think he's got a contact with Strahd.
We need to be focusing on Irina.
Yeah. Tonight we have to find Irina instead of hanging around for Vasily. You know what? Maybe did we ask the town guards? They didn't really give anything up, but I would have to suspect that this place is an authoritarian government. They know what's going on, and maybe they have something to do with it.
Why don't we take a couple of the coins, the Strahd coins, and find someone high-ranking, lay him out and say, Vasily sent me to tell you a message. And we'll make some shit up and find some information
The
out.
guard? Whoa. I don't know
I'm
about
like-
that.
Okay, guys, I just thought of something. As I have mentioned before, a little bit psychic lately, and I think we all woke up lately feeling even more wonderful than lately. And I've been thinking I have some kind of psychic energy coursing through me that we could use to find out more. That's something we can do.
Yeah. Okay. What's
I
that?
back you, American.
We're going to do a psychic ritual. It doesn't have to be now, but we should do it as soon as we can. Let's deal with these annoying little men, though.
Okay.
This shopkeeper, we know he's telling the truth. We know he's an unethical scoundrel, but I don't believe he had truly evil intent.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we
He's not
think?
getting any of this Strahd money, though. You have to earn his money without fucking
Yeah.
taking big crates of vampires and stealing bones from churches.
I feel like getting punched in the face by Bill is a bit of a comeuppance at least, but I'm not here to be judge, jury, and executioner.
I think when you mention
Good one, Bill.
When you mention the bones, Baron, Milovich sort of stands up tall and says, "If you need me to deliver those to Father Lucian, I'd be happy to help. I owe you at least."
Can't trust this guy.
Yeah, I think we'll take you with us.
Okay. Sure. Sure. He says, sort of dejected.
Handsome motherfucker. All right.
So, Loris, what's Loris been doing this whole time? Oh, you're on mute there, Dave.
Sorry. Should have realized that because I couldn't hear myself. Yeah, so I'm like, while all this is going on, Loris is just kind of having a look around this, I guess, workshop with all the caskets in it. He's just kind of giving them a kick to see if they're empty, like if they echo.
Yeah, you've
Just
sort
a
of-
light tap.
Yeah, you've walked around giving them a little tap, and they all return just hollow sounds.
That's cool. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'm just gonna, obviously I'm assuming the door's open, so I'm just gonna stand by the door with my head kind of poked in, listening quietly to what's going on, because, most of what the old man would say probably make me want to kill him because he's a dick and he deserves to die for being such a moron. But never mind, I'm gonna behave.
He deserves to die.
Yeah, he's a moron. Like stupid. The man's a businessman.
For
He's
being a
complete
moron,
stupid
he
here.
deserves to
Yeah,
die. Just
deserves
the
to die
one-
for being a moron.
Glass houses, Loris.
Hey, look, this is what I think. I'm just verbalizing it. I'm not acting on it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Can we maybe gather in a private room and talk about what we're going to do next?
Yes.
The one
Yeah.
next.
And I just kind of usher everybody into the what I've now learned is a coffin room. It makes me
coffin-
very
It's
uncomfortable.
the coffin storage room. And yeah, there is a really just after having defeated like 6 vampires, having these coffins like littered around the room is a bit, it feels kind of sketchy. But Loris
Don't worry,
has,
they're empty. I checked.
yeah.
I just give the one next to me a bit of a tap with my foot, just like listening to Loris. Yeah, yep, okay.
That's what I did.
Hey, so what are we gonna do here? We need to obviously get the bones back to Father Lucian, and we can either wait for this man's employer, or we can go after Irina. It seems
I
like
think-
we have a real pickle on our hands.
Absolutely.
I have to
I
say,
don't think we
Irina.
can wait for this guy though. We've got to find Irina, right?
Right.
Well, we can't find Irina without a lead. So
And
that's
this
our
guy-
first thing.
Yeah, we've got to go find one, I guess.
This guy
It's-
this guy potentially is the closest to a lead that we have.
Yeah, you've
I think
also
he's
got
told us
Ismark-
everything.
You've also got Ismark looking in the town centre as well.
True.
And Captain Morley, aren't you a roguish type? Do you
Some may say.
do you have any sort of abilities to talk to other roguish types in a town, or get some
I've been known
information?
to grease a few palms and get some good oil.
All right.
That was too good.
Well, I reckon that sounds good.
I've just realised how that sounded. So
No, it was
It was
fantastic.
great. It was great. Don't
All
let
right.
these children distract you.
No.
It was really good.
I did not go there for even a second. I was just like, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. We trust in
This guy's-
Morley.
This guy's cool, and he's great at giving handjobs to strangers.
I
Good oil.
didn't think that for a minute.
Good oil on
It's
his
the good
greasy
oil he
palm.
uses that.
Oh,
His
okay.
greasy- his greasy palms.
Well, do you think you'll be able to do a bit of that and maybe get some
oh,
info?
absolutely.
Knees sore, palms are sweaty. I'm just gonna poke my
Mum's
head out the.
spaghetti.
Yeah, mum's spaghetti. That's right. I'm just gonna poke my head out the door and just go. You haven't seen Irina, have you? You have to tell the truth.
You just get a confused look back from the old man. I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, he's no help for us. For Irina, at least. And I tend to agree. I think finding Irina is the most important thing we can do right now.
Yeah, Strahd's coming tomorrow, right? Tomorrow?
Mm,
Yes.
to the party. Or celebration, sorry.
Okay. Shall we run these bones back and then try and catch Morley and grease some palms? And if you spot anyone, Morley, like that looks a little bit suspicious, roguish,
Go and grease their
can
palm.
you do anything, say? Because I'm not cool. I can't
I tell you what, Baron. That's all you need to say. You trust old Captain Morley.
Alright. Okay.
All right. I'll be back in about half an hour, 45 minutes. I get a lot of greasy palms in that time, I tell you.
All right.
American.
Looks 3 minutes tops.
Come back with $5.
I'll do it for the love of it.
American.
My question is, what time of day is it?
Yeah, good question. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
Okay, so we still have a few hours before night falls. Still plenty of time to find those leads. I'm willing to run through the night if it means finding Irina before that bastard Strahd gets his horrible hands on her.
The bastard Strahd.
Yeah, that we should say that next time we see him.
I say it every time I see him, and I'm glad everyone's catching on. Thanks, American.
American, I just want to apologize. When I blasted my teleport thing, I totally thought that Ranzin was out of range, but I shouldn't have been so cavalier with my explosions.
No. Brian, you did what you had to do to save yourself.
Well, thank you for saving me as well. I would have been dead without you.
No problem.
I think the 2 scars on your neck are definitely a reminder of how close you came to death today in this coffin maker's shop. So with that, are you guys leaving Henrik and Milovic, or are you taking Milovic with you? What's the plan of attack? Where are you all going? Are we splitting the party?
He says
I'm
with
going to
such
go.
hope.
I'm going to go it alone for an hour or two and try and blend into the town and find some other roguish scoundrels to kind of get as much dark web info as I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to log on to Tor.
John, you were muted when you were trying to speak before, so I'm not sure what you were trying to say.
I'm going to suggest we take the bones back to Father Lucian. That seems eminently important for the town, for the sake of the town.
Yeah, cool.
And that puts us back where we might be able to pick up Irina's trail as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think what we can probably do if we want to just fast track this is you guys can take who's going back to the church, and who's is it just Morley by himself, or is someone going with Morley? John.
Church.
Cool.
I want to say, Morley, I don't think you should go alone. You know, what if that vampire spawn thing is still out there and you get cornered alone? It's not good.
If Morley wants a friend, then I'm more than happy to traipse along with him. But I'm not sure whether having a giant 7-foot dude may help you.
Exactly, Loris. I appreciate the offer. I do. But I think I need to go it alone, American. These things, they tend to work out better if I'm by myself as opposed to dragging someone else into it with me. But I'll keep safe. You have my word.
Well, your word is something, but it doesn't mean that you can't be killed
Yeah, it is.
by a monster. Just saying.
Look, if it's my time, it's my time. American, there's no easy way to explain this, but the sort of circles I operate in, you don't bring your friends.
Oh, you think I'm your friend?
Of course. A dear friend.
Oh, I'm going right red, Morley.
Okay.
Just as Morley says that, I just want to tap him quietly on the shoulder and lean down, just like, those are probably the same circles that I've spent many a year in. But just...
I don't think so, Lars.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You got special circles. Okay, cool. All right, this
Haven't seen you at the meetings.
Circle of greasy palms. To be sure.
It's the real circle of the jerk.
So,
Realize.
what's the plan with Milovic then? He's just being bundled in with the rest of you. So the 4 of you and Milovic
Back to the church, yeah.
Back to the church. Anything with Henrik?
I really want to expose him to the town as being a complete twat, but if the rest of the group don't want to, then I will leave him be in his own poor sorrow.
I think when we come back here later on, because if we find Irina, we might have time to come back here and lay a trap for the guy. So it's better off. If,
all right.
If he's here, we'll attract less suspicion from the noble.
I feel like we can't really expose him without just completely upending the town's politics and drawing extreme attention to ourselves.
He does have a thing for money. How about we tell him if he works for us, we'll give him twice as much. We'll give him this gold that we're holding plus another 5 gold.
Okay, yeah.
And a jacket.
I love how you
Some lead
negotiate,
holding.
Morley.
What are you wanting
We'll do
from
it.
him, I guess?
I think
just to not alert anyone that we've been here,
Yeah, like if
or not
his
tell
friend-
anyone what we look like, or
Yeah,
Loris, give me a roll of intimidation.
with pleasure. Intimidation. Alright. I roll. Oh god, I rolled a 7.
I'll say with advantage since you're all
Oh,
standing
okay.
around.
All right, sweet. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
It's worse. I rolled a 4.
Um,
Not feeling very intimidating today. Right? I'm sorry.
despite your words, despite all of you standing around, and basically putting on a show of, if you let on who we are, we'll
no,
be
we
back.
were coercing him with money.
Oh, with money, right? I think.
Yeah, we
I
said we
think,
give him the money and then
Yeah.
double
So
it.
even with all of that, he's not accepting. He's not accepting, and he says, "Someone who can bring vampires into my house, and you want me to go against him? I'm afraid he'll do worse to me than anything you can."
We
Well,
just
we
killed
did
6 of them, or 5
we
of them
killed
at
the
least.
vampire,
Yeah. He brings them in, we kill them. Take your pick.
Yeah, he's unfazed.
circle of life. Well,
Oh my goodness! Oh, I guess if he doesn't want to play ball, he's a risk to exposing us and our plans, I guess.
I say we leave this piteous little man
Yeah.
to wallow in the shame he must surely feel. Selling out a church, you disgust me.
to a vampire dealer.
Can I see any
Goodbye.
shame in his eyes? Or is he just a loser who just has no repentance at all?
Give me an insight roll.
Okay. At normal, 80. I rolled 19 plus 3.
Yeah, there's definitely you're definitely picking up guilt in his eyes, but he sort of looks up and he says, the bones are just a fairy tale. I don't know what the big deal is.
Still,
Well-
stealing from a church is such a bad look.
Yeah, the other guy obviously believes in them.
Why do you think it'd want them if they weren't worth anything, you idiot?
There's no fucking bones for nothing.
Roll for shame. I feel like Bill's punched some repentance into him.
Yeah, he's still he's just kind of he's still holding his jaw and where it was bleeding.
I'm just going to try to subtly jab people as they're talking about how valuable the bones are. Just and widen my eyes at them, just to try to indicate don't tell them that the bones are real.
Or maybe there are just a load of old, dusty old bones. Who's to say?
Yes.
Okay, let's speed this along. Let's say you take Milovich, you take the bones, you leave Henrik sitting quietly in that sort of workshop area, and you all load up onto the carriage and head off back towards the church. As you get to the closest intersection, heading towards the church, Morley, you step off the carriage. American.
Can I offer to have Ranzen accompany him out of sight, scuttling along the ethereal plane, ready to jump out to assist if needed? I don't want my friend Morley to get hurt.
Sure. Yeah,
Will
you
he
can-
accept that? It will be hidden.
How do we call on Ranzen when I need him?
Just scream.
I'm not planning on doing a lot of screaming, American.
Well, if you do, you'll pop out.
Great. That sounds... Wow.
And then
Thank
your
you,
enemies
American.
will be the ones doing the screaming. You are welcome.
I'm gonna kind of like shake American's hand.
Thank you, American. I appreciate it.
Cool. And I think the rest of you all make your way back towards the church. What we'll do is we'll just stick with Morley for a little bit here. And you make your way past a few of these houses on either side, and people are bringing in their washing. Not that there's been much sun in this area of the land to help dry their clothing. And let's just bring up... okay. So you make your way a little further down, and the town centre starts to open up a little bit, and there are shops and homes that enclose this town square, are decorated with these limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with these tiny little dead flowers. And at the north end of the square, as you make your way into it, stands a row of stocks, locked in which there are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you up suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from this crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a grey statue of an impressive man facing towards the west. And all around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required, pikes will be provided, all will be well, the Baron. And you're taking that, and you've seen that plastered around the wall before, and a grotesque arm or a hand connected to this grotesque, monstrous arm reaches up and grabs that proclamation and tears it down. And you follow that grotesque arm up to the body of a human, just a human man, who stands with 4 guards around him. And he shouts out and demands for the new poster to be put up. And he turns and walks away from you as his guards put up the new one, which you've also seen previously, which is come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required, rain or shine, all will be well, the Baron. And the guards, after putting that up, follow this mutant man off as people divert their eyes. Again, this grotesque, monstrous arm at his side. And they, as they just walk off, leaving you surrounded by quiet as people have turned their heads to look away as that has been posted. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I want to find the dodgiest looking motherfucker I can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's probably
his
me.
hand.
it's just, yeah. Cool. That's us. Thanks, guys. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, good ep. Great ep.
Yeah. I have planned so much more. It's crazy. I was like, this combat might be over quick. I don't know how long it's going to last.
I thought we were fucked. I thought Baron was dead meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Baron, like, you were surrounded by 6. Just, yeah. I think
Yeah,
And
that
they
would
barred
do.
the doors.
had you failed to open the door, Morley, I think there would have been a lot more damage done.
Yeah, if I'd have survived one more hit, I think I could have got out. Kind of.
Right.
Well, not really, but I would have gotten away a bit.
Yeah. I had fun trying to decide what I wanted to do with those guys, because I was like, how cruel do I go? Do I just have you swarmed by 6? But
Oh, you went to 100. No, not fully 100, I guess.
That
But it was
glass
pretty
stuff
brutal.
saved you, though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Without the
didn't
glass
hold
stuff,
back.
you would have been toast.
Yeah, yeah.
I absolutely didn't hold back.
But they didn't have any interest in my zombies
No.
or my
well,
skeletons. So that was
these are like
quite
Now
brutal.
everything's a zombie from now on.
I wanted to make sure that these felt a little more intelligent, a little bit more like they had a
Yeah.
plan.
Sure.
And there's no reason they would go anywhere near something as frail as a skeleton, you know. They just wanted to feast,
And
basically.
As usual, they always roll a 24 or a 20 and above. Eh?
The number of rolls, it was like 6 or 7
were
above
all at
18.
advantage though, thanks
I know,
to
but
flanking.
still,
So
it's like,
That's insane, though.
yeah. So I didn't even think about flanking when I started. I was like, all right, let's just start rolling. And I was like, oh yeah, flanking rule. So it's going to be even harder. Yeah. So that was fun though, and also like the idea of just two of them getting up against a door just to try and keep anyone out. It just didn't work for them, I guess. Which is
That was a good kick, by the way, Molly, for someone who runs up to a door going, I'm not that strong. And just boots it in. It's like, that was brilliant.
Yeah, that was
Under
awesome.
promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
I had plans for use my big spell, which I knew,
Oh yeah.
but I didn't really get that many. It was that big sickening.
I got
radiance.
heaps.
Got
It did plenty of
3.
damage in the end, though. Like,
That's always the
final one
problem.
ran into it, and then
Yeah.
it got half of them were affected by it. They just had heaps of HP.
True.
No, I mean it wasted them once they got hit, but
huge
a
damage,
lot of them-
30 damage.
were away from it already.
But I think you guys have learnt a little bit about radiant damage on these vampire spawn, that's for sure.
Yeah.
With
Lightbringer's not getting
Lightbringer
put away
and,
from
the sun.
Yeah, that was doing heaps.
Oh, and
yeah.
when they started their turns and like there was even any kind of radiant weapon within range, they were taking big damage just from being near it.
Huge
Like
damage.
20.
Yeah. Yeah, massive damage. Which is really cool. So it's something that, some knowledge you can tuck away, I guess, for future.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the other thing I tried to do, and just to try and show some intelligence, was getting Lightbringer out of Loris's hands the moment they realized that thing was causing sunlight. Yeah, that was fun.
That was pretty
It
cool.
fell on its fucking face.
I love that it's like,
Yeah, it was a good session. Really enjoyed it. I think next session is going to be really, really fun.
Does the chat have any questions or thoughts?
Well, we just had a few more follows, so let's just thank a few more here. We had Cosmic Fox that gave us a follow. Cynical cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much for that, Cynical. Carpe DM, get it? Carpe DM live. That must be a Dungeon Master as well. Very cool. M Cole 87 and Bearzerk have all given us a follow, so thank you so much for the support, guys. We're at 698 followers. We're just 2 away from 700, which is fantastic. So if you are watching and you've enjoyed it tonight, we've had quite a few people in tonight, which has been great. Do give us a follow, because it makes us feel very warm and good, and come and talk to us in our Discord. But yeah, if you guys have got any questions for myself or the players, please do chuck something up here, because we want to chat to you before we sign off for the night. CJ has given us a follow as well. Thank you so much, CJ.
Like
you guys
LL
had,
Cool J.
no, they've put little
Nice.
L's on either side to contain their names. So CJ. Sorry, so it's not like
That's
not like LL
still
Cool
cool,
J.
but could have been cooler.
It's very cool. And you guys got to see Needle again, which was impeccably
that we
timed.
did.
the chat mentioned that the magic weapons has happened twice as well.
True. I need to start
I
adding
knew there
more.
was another one.
Okay,
Fine. Thank you for remembering
I
that,
talked
guys.
big, okay? I talked big, and I said 100 things was going on each wheel, and then try and think of 100 things. Try and think of 200 things. One for the combat, one for the non-combat.
There's only 2 things
So
on each
no, I
wheel.
think there's like maybe 14 on each one. At this point, I will please
Still,
subscribe.
one
Come and give me some ideas to chuck on there, because I will listen, and we can make ways to amend them so they aren't either too overpowered in either direction, and still exciting for you guys to spawn.
Cool.
Yeah, I still, every time he appeared, well, there was, I think 4 times now that he's appeared, it's always been kind of that nervous moment of like, oh God, what now? Even if it's positive, it's like, oh God, what now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like-
it's been 5 or 6 times, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm actually surprised that it has come up with a couple of duplicates. I wonder what happens if I spin it now.
It's bad luck, huh?
Oh, that was a new one that just came up right now.
Oh,
when
you
I
just
spun that
burned
one.
But the next time he appears, it's room shake again. Awesome.
Oh, I just got another one as well that was brand new. So they're still in there. They still
Wow.
work. It
You could just
doesn't
do a
burn-
clause that it can't happen more than twice.
Okay, we'll do
Get
that.
respawn if it happens more than
Yeah,
twice.
we can do
Yeah,
that.
that's a
We
good
can
idea.
totally do that. Yeah, or I can just remove the ones that have happened more than
Yeah.
twice. I can just thanks. And then I need to think of more. So that's
We've just said you need to think more anyway. So you know.
yeah.
Make it so we get like really attractive, like handsome.
It's really funny you mention that. It's really funny
was
you
it?
mention that. It's very well timed that you mention that. Just because of spinning away on the wheel.
Okay.
Oh, is it because John's just got really attractive?
That's the one.
He's an anime boy now. And it's turned his whole headset into hair by the looks of it.
No,
Yeah.
you can see a little bit of the headset there as well.
I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Super bowl cut.
This is the future, right?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It totally is. Do you want to see something annoying? At one point, I was like, where's the bunny been for ages? And I discovered that it had been under my chair, causing destruction, and chewing on my sleeve that was hanging down.
Oh,
my God. Are
They
you
like-
saying that? Are you saying the bunny had an appetite for distraction?
Yeah, it did. It did. They do.
yeah.
And I was like, we just bought chew toys to try and, they're
Stop that
allowed to chew
exact
them.
thing.
They have not touched them. But the sleeve was irresistible.
Oh
I
no.
reckon pets are like kids. If you give them a toy, they're like, I don't want to do what you're supposed to do with that. I want this. I'd rather chew on this, or I'd rather
Yeah.
play with the box or whatever it has to be. It's just
Animal
like-
handling -1.
Yeah.
Dave, I'm really interested what your other question was. Actually, can we do second question of the week?
Oh,
Second
yeah,
roll.
sure. So I had the second one was what's your character's worst/best attribute?
Oh, that's okay. All
And
right.
you can give both. It was just because, and the reason I ask it is just primarily because Joe goes on about how bad American is at certain things, and it's usually charisma related tasks. Just oh my god, it's always that self-deprecating thing. So what's your character's worst attribute? And it could just be a skill, it could just be a personality trait, whatever thing you've rolled up or put into your character's thing.
I want to start with you on that one, Loris.
Well, I think we should nail it down to either it has to be a personality thing or it has to be a skill thing, because otherwise it's like the broadest question ever, right?
It is broad. Like, for me, I mean, it's from Loris's side of things, it's part of his personality traits, and it wasn't something that I built in. It's just kind of grown, and it's kind of his best, and it's also his worst trait. It's just his bloodthirst. Like in certain situations, it causes him or puts him into some rather difficult situations. But in battle, when he goes nuts and gets all crazy, it's just that's a strength. But he just needs to tailor it so he's not bloodthirsty and
I like
hey, how you going? My name's Loris, I want your blood, kind of thing. He's bitten the heads off things, and it's been really good in battle, and then he's done it, and it's let him down. And
To be fair, you didn't try and bite the vampire's back this time.
no, and I
What a
did
maturing.
remember that after I got bitten on the neck, and I was like, "Fuck, I should have done that because it's been a thing."
Oh, you've done all that good work. All that credit I just gave you.
But it was
It's not really story arc. He just forgot.
You just forgot.
Character growth, nah.
Maturing.
Whoops, he's bitten the thing back. So
He just
Yeah,
runs up. He quickly runs back just to bite the ash.
find the ash and starts punching it randomly. Comes back, mouth full of ash. Good one.
Yeah.
And this is the guy that wanted someone executed for being too stupid.
Dave, who needs to answer next?
Let's go with Morley then after that comment.
It's worst trait of the character, right?
Yeah, or yourself.
yes.
Just talk about yourself.
We've only got
two
a
separate
few minutes
things.
left,
I
so I
care too
better
much.
expediency. Yeah, I think so. I've got some flaws on my character sheet, and one of them I'm not going to go into because I want to see if that comes out just over the natural course of the campaign. It could be a good hook, but obviously there's the alcoholism, and I think if Morley were to start drinking again, he'd find it really hard to stop, and you'd see his character really start to flail and fail.
That's interesting.
Ah,
But keep in mind, this is like a habit that Morley's like struggled really hard to break and worked hard on. So he's not just going to be like, "Do you want to be? Oh, okay," and then like slip back into it
Really
again.
well
Yeah.
so far in the vineyard and been surrounded by, albeit bad wine, and the various taverns we've been in.
Eminently drinkable.
Eminently drinkable.
Well, I was kind of referring to the poisoned wine that was off and all that sort of shit, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Who's next, Morley?
Bill is next.
Devilishly handsome and incredibly humble. Over to you, Aaron.
Was that your best or your worst? I'm not sure. Is it too distracting?
Both.
It was both.
I do just want to say also we just got our 700th follower. Thank you, Society Streams, for giving us that, for being the
Is there
the lucky
700?
person. We went from
yeah.
6 to 7 pretty quickly, which I'm pretty.
I thought we were at
stoked.
200.
People watch this. Oh, man.
You'll never
Sorry,
convince me of
Streamer.
that.
The anime overlay is just messing with my brain. That was all I could think of to say. But I think there's a certain amount of like perhaps historically a lack of humility for Bill, which I think is really true. What's his best trait? I don't know. I think I guess maybe the value he places on his friends or like friendships and the group in general.
He seems real smart, but maybe that's just a John thing.
Yeah, that's I can't. It's really hard to not RP that out of myself. So I'll pass it to Baron.
Okay. Well, I'll just read my little flaws, things that I wrote down for my character, and because they should be pretty obvious. Insatiable desire for carnal pleasures, which is mostly drugs and booze. A habit of accruing massive debts.
we haven't really seen that. We haven't seen that.
No, I
sort of
haven't
aspect
really
of
had
that yet.
But he doesn't really keep his money. He just spends it.
Right. Okay.
And so if he's gambling or whatever. I did do that thing in between campaigns where you roll for your carousing, and I ended up doing really well on the table.
Which is
But
great.
it can happen really badly.
So
And,
are we going to see LeBaron like making bets with NPCs or anything to be like,
yeah,
that'd
yeah,
be kind of
that
fun.
definitely he would do that.
Okay,
And
cool.
an overzealous fascination with the dead in the afterlife,
Yeah,
which
I mean that's
Which
fair.
we
can be a good or bad.
Yeah.
American.
Yes. I'm just going to go pretty simplistic, I think. Like, probably the best trait is just that she would gladly put herself at risk to help those that she thinks need help. Help the innocent at any cost. But I'd say the negative thing would be sort of an inherently distrusting and inability to believe that anyone would actually want to be her friend. So very very closed off inside, which is sort of ties into the hermit background that I chose.
Hermit.
So a very detached kind of person that closed himself off. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't know she was a hermit. That's interesting.
No one's ever asked. I try to play like a sort of eccentric kind of like someone that's lived in the woods for so many years alone that they're just extremely eccentric.
It was really interesting. There was a lot of conversations in regards to American and not trusting people that Joe and I have had, so DM to player, in regards to how that might play out, and also troubles that American might be feeling when certain aspects happened in regards to other players giving her character a reason to maybe not want to be around. So that's
Actually,
which has been was quite interesting.
That ties into when Bill sort of did that zone of truth thing or whatever that spell was. and she automatically resisted it even though there was no reason to. It's like that deep mistrust of like letting people in, even though it was not anything to do with like she knew she probably wouldn't have no one would be talking to her, but she's just like no.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty cool.
That was it. Like, I don't know whether any of us would have noticed as such, but yeah.
Only Bill would have noticed. He'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what? Why did she even
So
resist?"
the rest
It
of us are
wasn't-
like, oh yeah, whatever. We know what this is. It's Bill. He's checking out on this guy, but yeah, he would have seen that you've resisted it and obviously succeeded.
Yeah. So that's good. Something that, John, you might want to make a note of. That is something that you realized for sure. I don't think anyone else resisted.
I guess at this point, we know a fair bit about American, though, right? Like,
well, do you though? You know, you've hung around with her a bit, but do you actually know anything about her other than that she's a crazy nature lady?
And especially now that she's avoided any potential, automatic of telling the truth, that raises some questions. Well,
no, I don't think it raises any questions.
Mind,
it's just like, I think if you deal in like mind magics, you know that some people don't want to be like spied on.
I don't think of it as like some important thing. Like I don't play it like thinking, oh, my character's backstory is so important, I can't wait for people to find out. Like it doesn't actually matter. You just play it as it is and see if anything comes of it.
So I guess a good question would be, because you guys spent 3 years in Phandalin, in between Lost Mine and being whisked away to Barovia. Would it be noticeable that you didn't learn much about someone's past, having sort of lived with them, or not lived together, but lived around them for 3 years? Or inversely, American, is there anything that she would have let know in those 3 years? That might be something that could be interesting.
Yeah, we never really role-played anything about like asking characters about each other, because I know pretty much probably most of the characters. I think Baron Byram's the only one that's kind of a bit of an open book. He's like, yeah, I'm just a rich boy who likes... I grew up wealthy and I experiment with things.
And you guys have learned a lot about...
He doesn't have any dark secrets, or does he?
You've learned a lot about Bill's
against
past.
my past a little bit. My privileged past.
That's true.
And Bill's past was kind of splayed right open with the transformance between, when Bill arrived, changed.
I'm still trying to decide, John, did you, at the end of the Lost Mine of Phandelver, you received an envelope with that was sealed by the crest of Gil's family. I can't remember what happened with that. Did you end up opening that or just throwing it away?
I opened it.
Okay, I should probably... all right, okay. I'll give you some information about what was in there, because I don't think I have given you any yet, have I?
No.
Okay.
He looks so shocked. That filter is so upsetting.
What am I about
the constantly open mouth.
Yeah. No teeth. It's just... Ugh.
One question I had about Bill is when he was Gil's Scuitalancia. Was that his?
Yeah.
But now he's Bill Scuitalancia.
No, he was. Oh man, you're really testing me here. He's got a different surname.
Yeah.
because it was all that. Was it always that one, wasn't it? Scuitalancia. Is it different now? No.
I can't remember what the actual name is. I'll find it.
I remember the system you used.
Yeah, it's like one is Spanish for Shakespeare and one is Italian for Shakespeare.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was definitely different ones.
I feel like his Gil persona was more of a performance-oriented character, and I kind of miss the fabulousness of Gil at times. He was so suave.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely a lot more. I also miss him.
I mean, you can bring some back. You can bring some of that back whenever you like.
Maybe a wardrobe change or something like that, like
yeah.
a metallic cape.
I remember the party had a really big problem with it, so I was like, okay, I won't do that.
Problem with what?
With me pretending to be Gil.
That's true.
No,
don't pretend to be.
It wasn't what you were, how you acted. It was that you were someone else.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that we didn't know about.
Right.
Yeah, we liked Gil's personality. He was a good guy, but he was just lying to us.
Yeah, he never really existed. Or I guess he did exist. He just had a different name. I thought it was we accepted him quite
Yeah,
quickly.
that was a fantastic session. That one, that was so good.
It was really fun.
Poor Adam. We'll stop.
Yeah.
It's excruciating when people talk about a story you weren't in.
No, it's look part of the party's rich past, which please don't fear mine.
What it really is saying that Adam
Crushing boredom.
It's one of those episodes you need to go back and watch.
Honestly, that was
watch
such a
that
good
year.
Nah.
yeah. Don't worry, it's only 60 hours of content that you could watch.
Come on, Adam's got heaps of time.
He could watch Akira so many times instead.
I know, you have to watch Akira 5 times this week.
I wonder if Akira is in Amazon Prime.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to send Adam some sort of a
Akira.
good movie, anime movie, so they're not just, obscure.
What's like what?
If you're the right person for that task.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
Why not?
you're the
I'm
king
not-
of being like, it's not obscure, and everyone's like, no one's heard of this ever.
No, it won't be obscure to you once you know it.
Once you
Bootleg
watch it
copy of
and
something
absorb it.
only ever released in the western part of Tokyo.
A Studio Ghibli thing, something like that. Nausicaa.
I don't know if I've seen
yeah.
that one.
That's the best one.
What Spirited Away is fantastic.
That's good.
Nah.
Oh man, Akira isn't available for our region on Amazon Prime.
I put it on VHS.
We could have done a
want
watch party. That would have been fantastic.
What about VPNs?
Kalana's saying Steins Gate. I haven't seen Steins Gate actually. Oh,
Me either, but I mean,
Okay.
isn't that a TV show?
a Japanese animated one, maybe? I don't know.
Mm.
I got no idea.
Just start off in a movie. Get a good movie.
Yeah, what's a good one?
We're losing him. We're losing him.
Really.
So
interest is waning.
you'll watch the first season of Mad Men then? will
Well,
you?
what,
Already
90
had.
minutes?
Absolutely not.
I watched 90 minutes of it. How about that?
I watched
I already
a bit
have
where
watched
they
that.
were in an elevator or something.
Yeah, that was that iconic moment.
And they're all like in the past and stuff.
Okay. You keep those recommendations coming in. I'll duly note them down.
This is getting so passive aggressive.
That's what we do best.
I'm going to send you Blu-rays.
My best friend has been on at me for like 4 years or 5 years to watch something called Mr. Robot.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
shut
still
up
haven't
about
watched that. I still
I
haven't
haven't
watched it.
seen it either. Heard
Just
it's
the
good.
name.
It's
Bunny's
really
going
good.
crazy, by the way.
the name is
I'm
bad.
going to leave
I
a Blu-ray
agree.
down by the laundromat.
Mr. Robot.
It's so but you know,
Puerile.
don't you think when someone just keeps recommending something to you, it just starts being like, I want to watch it less and less every time.
Yeah.
Some
that's
friends
how I felt
cornered
about-
me at a party and they're just like, oh, you just have to watch. What's that Keanu Reeves one with the action in
Matrix.
it? No, the
Point Break?
new one.
All of the
Oh,
Feed.
John Wick.
John Wick.
Point-
Oh, you
yeah.
have to watch John Wick.
Point
And the more
Break.
they praised it, the more I was
Isn't
like,
it?
I'm never watching John Wick because you won't shut up about
I
it.
literally can't think of a movie that's less you than John
Yeah,
Wick.
why would you say John Wick?
I can't think of a movie that you would hate
Why would your
more
friends recommend that?
than a
It just
movie that
seems
starts with a
Yeah.
dog being killed. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. A Scanner
Why would
Darkly,
you-
that's good. With Keanu Reeves.
I just.
Why would
I
your
just-
friends keep recommending you something you had no interest in? Why would they do that?
Unfriended.
It's like an old middle-aged, not even, he's getting on now. It's like a 50-year-old man going crazy with a gun because someone killed his dog. Is just so not you. I don't
But
think.
they're
It's
just
not gonna
like,
speak to
oh,
you.
the action scenes, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't like action very much. It's fine.
Look,
Leave
the
me
action-
alone.
The action scenes are pretty fucking cool, but it's just not a movie for
Yeah.
you. It's just not for you.
What if I watch it and I love it though? Then
Oh,
what am I gonna say?
If it means I get to watch it again,
Oh, you loved it.
That's fine.
No, I'm gonna say I didn't like it, but I secretly loved it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
can't let them win out,
Clan
right, Adam?
Clan says
Yeah.
if he hears
Adam, you have to give Mr. Robot a try.
I didn't want to come into this conversation and have more shit that I don't want to be
It's
interested
not
in.
shit.
forced in
It's
my
actually
throat.
really good. It's not anime. It's
Don't watch
actually
it.
really good.
Kalan
It's not
saying,
anime. It's actually really good. Well,
Yeah.
I'm with you, Dave.
Wait a minute.
Well, I'm just going along on a selling point that Adam would actually understand.
yeah.
My
It's
selling
real
point
anime.
isn't it's not anime. That's not like my one thing.
No, it's just current point of conversation. That
Have you seen Snow White?
Like,
No, because I wasn't born in 1945.
1936, I think.
and he
Something like
also
that.
wasn't born in 1945.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know.
Oh, you weren't not there. Oh, okay.
If you were born in were you born
It's
in
real good.
1929? Because that's when you would have been a child to watch Snow White.
Yes. Yeah, if you were born the same year Snow White was, you would have missed out. You're right.
Wait a minute. Are you only allowed to watch things that release after you were born?
Yeah. You can't go back and watch things that have been released before you were born like that.
Shit.
Please never come.
I've
never come
watched
to my
like
comedy.
I've watched
Yeah.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang once. Is that illegal?
Yeah, you've broken the rule of watching things.
Outrageous.
Actually, if I'm recommending like shit from 1936, that's like
Here we go.
pre-boomer, right? So I'm not like a boomer anymore. I'm like a what
Like the
fucking
golden
World War
What's
generation.
the
One
golden? Yeah.
person would have been called.
Is that what they're called? The
Generation?
Golden Generation or the Great Generation?
No, that's World War Two.
Ah. But yeah, that's
Oh,
up.
has everyone seen that movie of that train just coming down the train tracks?
I thought it was coming
favourite.
right for me.
I watched that in
Yeah.
fucking 4K the other day.
Yeah, you don't get anything obscure.
And the other day in the Discord, you were like, "Oh, that cult? Yeah, I used to watch his recruitment tapes while I worked." What?
Yeah. Heaven's Gate. But you guys knew his
Oh.
name straight away.
We don't watch his tapes for
We weren't
fun.
watching his recruitment videos just to
Don't,
keep
you
us
should watch
busy.
them. You should watch
Why?
Oh, okay, you've twisted my arm.
That was easy.
I can't talk. Actually, in terms of obscure and bad entertainment,
Yeah.
I'm listening to Oscar Wilde, The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Fantastic.
It's not
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm struggling.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
voice acting in it is done by it's like free open source, and all the
No,
voice actors
there
are
you go.
horrendous.
I will
Read
say,
a book.
as,
No, I won't do it.
What's that?
It's
Sorry,
an
John.
amazing book.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
just gonna
okay.
say, as much as I was ragging on
LibriVox,
Shannon
free
and his
whatever.
obscure tastes, he did recommend a really obscure anime to me, and I thought it was amazing.
Back to anime. I
Well,
love it.
It's that gambling one,
Oh, Akagi? Or...
Kagi. Yeah, so
yeah,
good.
that shit's good.
You go at
Is
them?
that the Mahjong one?
Yeah, the mahjong one.
That was really
fucking
good.
man.
Really?
Is that the Mahjong one?
It's so good, and it's also a gambling one.
Mahjong to the death.
Mahjong to the death. Jesus. Do you have to
Yeah,
understand how to play
Get their
Mahjong?
blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't need to understand that.
Okay.
But since then, I've
cartoon
I've
mahjong being played.
I've been playing Mahjong.
Of course
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Is it like a Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
version of Mario? There we go.
Yeah, it's on the Nintendo. Yeah, makes it easy. Otherwise, fuck, it's confusing. Yeah.
We should start a book club and or movie club in the Discord.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we can do that. Movie
Okay, we
club.
can discuss you and I can discuss the finer points of the Picture of Dorian Gray, and then we can move on to
Yes.
something that everyone else can relate to.
I love it.
like literally anyone else could relate to. It would be good.
It's his only published novel.
Yeah, I was reading up about how they put him in jail for being gay, basically, which is a bit stressful.
Yep.
Oh.
Like 5 years
Yikes.
hard labor or 3 years hard labor or something.
Something like that.
I bet it was.
And they use that book as like evidence. They're like, this book is actually really gay,
Look, I'm not happy.
and it
with
is. I agree. It's all about men
Use
being
the book.
obsessed with each other in a way that's just like.
Yes,
more
but
than just
also
friendship, isn't it?
most books were all about men back then.
Mm.
But
Oh,
yeah, I know
so-
what you mean. Like there's a stand-in for him, which is his good friend. Actually, they're all aspects of.
So
Oscar
when
Wilde.
when we said that was going to be on Discord, we just thought we'd just do it.
We'll stop
Hey,
now.
bye-bye.
Let's just do it
Let's
here.
carry on.
All right, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah, we got to.
Bye.
It's getting late. A big thank you for everybody who stopped by and watched us tonight. I think Daylight Savings has brought in a few extra people as well, which has been nice. So long may that last. Thank you so much for all the cheering and all the follows. You guys made us hit 700 followers, which is just fantastic. Come and say hi in the Discord. Watch some of the previous sessions if you want to catch up on where we are. It's YouTube or Twitch or our podcast.
So just Karen.
What happened?
I just said Adam when you said watch some of the previous episodes. That's all.
Oh, you want Adam to watch like Lost Minds?
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Uh,
I highly recommend it, Adam. It's a great watch.
I don't.
I've had a lot of good recommendations tonight. Cheers.
I'm sure you'll be. You're putting them all on a list as we speak.
Yeah. Joe, can you send us off with your car? Can you
Your
send us off
car.
with your car?
Oh,
Adam's
yeah.
favourite.
On the end of this podcast
Sorry, I think
specifically
I
to
just-
wind me up.
So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys all at the same time next time. Little wave, Joe. Good night. And to all our subscribers, you know what happens when I log off at night after one of these sessions, because you're there. All right. Good night, everybody.